Welcome back to the Shonen Post podcast. This is episode 9, and I'm your host, Yato. Once again, I'm joined by my co-host, Knox,
Yo.
Weed,
What's up?
and Traffy.
I'm last again.
And on this channel, we talk about 9 different weekly manga that you should be reading. Those titles include Chainsaw Man, Centuria, Dandadan, Ranger Reject, Gotcha Kuda, Galaxius, Ichi the Witch, Astro Royale, and Kagurabachi. There will be timestamps below in the description to help you skip segments from manga that you may not be following yet for some reason. As usual, we got great chapters this week, but it's also a very short week because Weekly Shonen Magazine didn't have chapters. So before we jump in, I want to remind you to like the video and subscribe if you aren't. And also, please don't forget to drop comments below. In addition to that, if you're somebody who follows the podcast regularly and like what we do here, please do us a great big favor and share the link to a friend, especially if you know it's someone who, reads or follows one of the less popular manga that we talk about. And, we always are looking for more people to come and listen to us yap and, converse with us in the comments. Like I said about the comments, if you've been doing it, keep it up. We replied to most of them and even consider suggestions from viewers. With all of that said, let's jump right into it with Chainsaw Man chapter 184, Run Denji. And crazy chapter. We're back to Tree Humper screaming on a tree. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, this nigga's trussy maxing right now.
Trussy Max is a crazy
Oh my
word.
god.
So like we had theories. I want to say like we were talking last week. I can't remember what all we said. Some people were saying that they called some stuff, and I'm not going to point no fingers. I'm pretty sure those people were wrong within our circle here. People just like
wrong.
I don't know. I feel like we did say something to kind of. I feel like each week we do actually call it. So like maybe those guys in our circle, other 3 people other than me might have been cooking.
I'm afraid to say that I called anything now because Rick said Party Jams ate my ass up last week in the comments, bro.
Yeah, those
receipts were so crazy. I was like, oh no, I'm a fraud.
Stapled that shit to your desk, yeah.
Nah, I got it pinned to my wall. It's framed.
Oh hell no. My biggest op.
That's what we like to see, yeah. But
I do think as a collective, we did mention the aging devil coming like into his own world. So that is one projection that did come true.
Yeah. That was something that was said. I think I was saying like maybe he would. I think I was saying maybe he would look through mirrors or something. Like we were talking about like the aging devil like peeking in and seeing, monitoring Denji and Asa's progress on their aging in this world or whatever. But we just didn't know how it would happen. Maybe I think I said maybe he would have little agents of age in here or something watching him, or be looking through a mirror. But he just pokes his own head out and is like, what the fuck are you doing, man? What are you doing?
Asking the real questions here.
Yeah, like somebody's got to ask. And
like I thought you were the smart one.
Yes. So I guess he didn't even tell Asa. Like he was like, I got an idea. What did he say last week? Here we go. I just came up with a super smart plan. I'll get us out of this effed up world. But Asa and Yoru were like, fucking, what is he doing? Like he's been running laps around the lake ever since he said he had a plan. Any idea why? They don't have a clue. So he just got up and started running. He didn't even like say anything. I guess he didn't want like the aging devil to hear his plan.
Oh sure,
he's gonna be a hungry boy.
Yeah.
It could go either way. Like he could be running so that he's hungry enough to eat, but I think it's more that he's running to the point of exhaustion to where he just continues to puke shit up.
That is probably the best option.
Sure.
I wonder if he's trying to puke up something specific, such as, the nuclear devil.
Here's the thing. I don't think he would know what exactly he'd be puking up.
Yeah. It's like...
Yeah, doesn't he just start puking shit up randomly?
He might.
And it's a weird situation because it's like, are the things to puke like just stacked up like fucking... He's just got like a stock room in the Pochita area, and it's just like, oh, here's the thing on top of the pile. It's like, this is what's next, or is it like, like was he able to puke up these things because he just ate them, like 20 minutes ago? Like, what's the deal?
Yeah, what are the rules and conditions for this puking? I don't. What did we say last week? We said that Asa was just about to trampoline this nigga and jump on his stomach over and over again until he barfed shit. Like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've been saying that for like the last 2 chapters. Like maybe Asa would just start kicking his guts in or something, or people would like be trampolining him or fucking, you know, baseball batting his belly until he pukes up everything. But it's like we don't even know. Like, we don't know that he knows. I mean, he puked up 2 devils and you know shit happened, but I don't think he ever was given the like explanation. No, but no one ever told him like, yeah, if you eat things, they go away. I don't think.
I think I think he might have gotten the information at some
yeah, doesn't
point.
he has to know by now, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think maybe I think with like the aging devil and everything being wanted to eat and all
Yeah.
that. So I think we'll have to go back and check those chapters out. I feel like probably just like a passing piece of dialogue that just went over our heads.
Yeah, something like that, or maybe like Kishibe told him back in the day, because Makima told Kishibe. And then
Oh,
Denji,
dude,
no.
he totally has to know because of how he ate Makima.
But that was different though,
No.
because like if Denji
That was
eating
only
Makima,
I understand that it's different if Denji, eats versus if Pochita eats, but like he has to have gotten the information in order for
Actually,
like just that
no.
time to make sense in the story, right?
No, actually, I think only recently he was being told the information of erasing things by eating them as Chainsaw Man. I think it was only fairly recently that he learned this information because I remember he denied it. I don't remember when this was. It might have been when he was like right before the Nayuta incidents.
I feel like maybe during the like Chainsaw Man church, they might have like asked him to eat things to get rid of it or something. Like I think the Sword Devil was like, yeah, we don't want like XYZ around, so like we want you to eat things. It might have come up, but I also do feel like
It was recently.
maybe, but I still just feel like Kishibe might have like said something to him, and maybe
That's what
like
I'm saying.
yeah, like, and then he was just like, oh, okay, so I can't erase her, but like I'll eat her to stop her from coming back or whatever, and you know that was his like weird form of love.
No, I think because like the reason what he was doing was to kind of bypass her contract because it by standards him doing it he wasn't doing it through like lethal intent, so to get around the contract so he could actually kill her.
Yeah, but I think that idea. I think that idea came out like because of the fact that like Kishibe was like, if Chainsaw Man eats her, she's gone. But like if you do it, she won't. He was just like, fuck it, I'll just eat her anyway and see what happens.
Yeah, like just because of like how that idea came about, it makes the most sense to me that this situation had to have been explained to him at some point by somebody, like in part 1.
Yeah, because like why couldn't he just like stab her out of love or something?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just mad random that like it gets announced that Pochita eating things erases them, and then like 20 chapters later, Denji decides to eat her, and it's like, yeah, those 2 things have no connection.
Yeah.
I
mean, I don't know.
I don't know
because again, to get reread.
Because yeah, for sure. But then again, here's the thing: it's Denji. He has out of pocket thinking all the time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well,
but I'm
we'll
sure
have
I'm
to
pretty
agree to disagree.
Yeah, I'm definitely pretty sure somebody other than the aging devil mentioned it in part 2 though, and then
no, I think the flamethrower hybrid might have said it.
That's somebody other than the aging devil, baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, so fucking aging devil's like trying to reason with this idiot, fleeing from reality and shit, and fucking the reality of the situation ought to sunk in. Now he's just running, sweating, fucking doing his thing, getting his cardio in. I mean, it's a pretty simple chapter, really. Just Denji running around a lake and the aging devil just talking shit to him the whole time. And I guess we find out, what the aging devil really wanted. And it wasn't anything super deep. They just want kids to die.
Fuck.
I think there's one major point that we really gotta like talk about in regards to the aging devil egging Denji on, and it's the whole fact that he's like, hey, yeah, you're very optimistic for your family member dying and you're already okay. And Denji's just like, whatever, at some point I'll find a family again. If they die, I'll find another one. Like, his mental is very fucked up, even though he seems to be normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's trying to smile through the pain right now.
Yeah, it's the shit that you like would hope a character in Denji's situation would never like verbalize, but you know, it's like yeah, you're immortal, but you should care about your people dying, and it's like fuck it, bro, I'm immortal. Like people are gonna die around me forever.
I'll just get more people.
Yeah, it's like you know
that even with all the terrible shit that's happened, he's still managed to find like a family and friends. So he's like, despite all these horrible things that are happening to me, if I keep going, I'll find people that I'll care about again. Because that's life. So I guess looking forward to the optimistic point of it instead of dwelling on all the shit that's happened. I don't think he got over it. We all know he definitely didn't get over what happened to Nayuta. But I think he's just trying to also kind of like keep himself in a positive mental space, because dealing with the shit that he deals with on a daily basis, being in a very negative mental space will just screw him over in the end even harder.
Yeah, and this goes back to what we were talking about a couple reviews ago inside of Chainsaw Man, with the conversation that Asa and Yoru were having with Denji before he started barfing up concepts or whatever. She was like, Chainsaw Man taught me something or whatever, like, you taught me that I still have something to live for, something to look forward to. You know, so much that I'm willing to eat a crap burger, I guess is the line of dialogue now that I like went back to the chapter or whatever. Yeah. And we were having a conversation about how like Denji's motivations and like goals seem to like reset after like all of the traumatic things that he experiences, to where, you know, he'll lose like Aki and power and then just be like, whatever, I'll just, you know, live normally with Nayuta, and then Nayuta dies and he's like, whatever, I'll just like eat ramen and jerk off all day. Like it doesn't really matter, like, you know, like it does matter to him, like the traumatic things that he goes through, but like he'll always just reset the status quo and have new things to live for, which is like, you know, obviously reinforced, you know, in this newest chapter where he's just like, fuck it, bro. My people gone, new people coming. You know what I'm saying?
We always ball, bro.
Yeah.
The ball up
bouncing.
Top. Yeah,
ball up real. Top always.
So like Traffy, were you about to say something?
Yeah. So essentially, like, he's technically already replaced Nayuta with Asa.
Oh, like, you think so?
Yeah.
I think that's where we're at.
I feel like that's where his motivations lie right now. He's like, yeah, you got rid of Nayuta, but I have Asa. She gives me HJs. I'm good.
Always new girls, bro.
Yo, that's the thing about the planet, bro. It's a lot of
fish
them
in the sea.
Yeah. So I wonder, like, I mean, Denji might not be smart enough for this, but like, I wonder, like, how likely, like, you know, sometimes you see characters put in a situation like this where it's like, you know, a guy is robbed at gunpoint or something. Or maybe not robbed, but like, it's like, you know, tell me the information or I'll like kill your family. And it's like, I never liked them motherfuckers anyway, bro. And it's like, you can't torture him because he don't give a fuck. I wonder if like this is him just saying like, fuck it, dog. I don't care. Kill everybody, bro. I'll just keep finding more people because you can't kill me. You're not going to get what you want from me. And like, deep down, he's just like, I hope the Aging Devil falls for the bait so I can beat his ass when I get out of here. Like,
yeah, but reverse psychology is a crazy strategy here. God, that reminds me of that fucking Caleb City skit now, where it's literally what you just said, where it's like the guy's like, we have your family. It's like, okay, kill him.
Yeah.
Like, no. Like, no, you don't understand. Like, we have your little sister and mother. It's like, them bitches suck, bro. Do what you gotta do. I'm gonna keep playing this Madden.
Yeah, it's like, bro, you're not gonna get me to move, bro. I'm gonna keep doing what I do. I don't give a fuck what you do. Yeah. It's just like see it Digi, like if that's what he's doing, then just like running with a smile on his face, you know, getting this cardio and he's just making the best of it. I can see the Aging Devil like next week be like, you know what, fuck you, bro. Like, get out of here, dog. Like I'm gonna just start fighting you again.
Yeah. And the like, Aging Devil's like, I thought the human Chainsaw Man would listen to reason, but he's even more stupid in his face that Denji's making. As he says, that shit is killing me. Like, you look like such an idiot right now. He's just like, meh.
Yeah, he just don't get it, bro. He's just not thinking with all of his brain cells like Denji is, bro. You're the stupid one, stupid, bro. What an insult, yo. Oh man. Yeah, Denji's a goofy goober, and I mean, when this episode's out, we'll be reading this chapter, so the next chapter, so we'll know what Denji's plan was. It's probably like exhaustion to barf or whatever, but I don't know, man, because running is just so random. Like, why not just fucking?
Fujimoto's probably gonna give us one more chapter without like actually showing us what the plan is. He wants to dangle this carrot in front of us, like he's like, this whole chapter is just gonna be Denji running and not explaining the plan to Asa for reasons, and maybe the next chapter is even more character stuff without us actually getting that information. I can see there maybe being one more chapter of carrot dangling.
I don't know, because
we actually see.
Because like the end of this chapter, he stopped running. It zooms in on his stomach. And I feel like next chapter, it's definitely going to show the results of his plan, or at least a part of it.
Yeah, no. Now that you say that, I think that's true too. Now,
I think it is a good point to mention that they zoomed in on his stomach on that first panel too. I didn't even think about that. I just was like, Denji's tired and sweating and stuff. But yeah, zooming in on his stomach, that means something.
Yeah. Thought there was be like a sound effect, like a gurgling, bubbling, swirly shit, and like, oh, I'm about to puke.
Bro, if he just started shits out a devil. Yeah, he just started puking out like 88 devils, and it just turns this into fucking Devil's Fun Land. I want it.
Wait, so now I'm wondering, like if he pukes something up, there's one effect. Like, what happens if he dookies out a fucking devil, bro? Is that like a thing? Does something else happen?
Devil Duke.
Devil Dookie is crazy.
Oh my god, what if it does a callback to part 1 and he fucking pukes into the aging devil's mouth?
Bruh. Bruh. That'd be crazy.
And choke him out with the devil he pukes up.
That'd be crazy. That'd be nasty. I want it. I want it now. I need it.
I'm gonna be the first nigga to tweet those 2 splash pages back to back. I'm gonna be wide awake waiting for that chapter to come out.
You better have Waffy on it. I need my credit.
It's gonna be Woxy.
Watto season. Unfortunately, Weeb's name already starts with a W, so it don't count. I can
lead. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. I can see next chapter if he does plan to like extend the shit more. I can see Aging Devil like going over and talking to Asa like, yo, what is he doing? Convince this idiot to do something or you're never getting out.
Yeah. I mean that could happen as well. He could try to go the Asa route to convince her to talk some sense into him. I don't think Asa would go along with it, but Yoru might.
Yeah. It'd be funny if as Denju is running past these trees that the aging devil like sticks his head out, he just like smacked their face every time he ran by. But yeah, Denji he said Pachita's a superhero. That's pretty big deal, especially after Asa kind of, told him that like, yo, you pretty much saved my life, so
I mean, he's always thought of himself as like a superhero, not
true.
Not like a, I don't know.
Not like
it's complicated. But
yeah. I mean, he saved the cat, but he let those people in the cars die or whatever to save a cat. So
yeah.
But I mean, not willing to kill kids is pretty big. We fuck with that around here. Save the kids. Yeah, Denji's not gonna kill kids. Pachita's not gonna kill kids. And when I saw this at first, I was like, okay, maybe that's part of why Pachita didn't want to eat like Makima. But Makima's contract was just with Japanese citizens being murdered. I don't know if kids were probably included, but it is what it is. But I guess with Makima, like eating her and erasing her probably would have like voided her contract to like revive at the cost of someone else's death. And like Aging Devil, when the Aging Devil is eaten, like kids will die. So it's a different thing. But yeah. I mean, it's a chapter. It wasn't a bad chapter. It wasn't a great chapter. We got things. I mean, things kind of happened. Denji ran. He got some cardio.
I mean, we got some good thoughts.
Yeah, we got some Denji brain stuff. Got his mind working, see how he thinking, and I'm glad the Aging Devil poked in. We got some of these ugly tree dudes just kind of moaning on the tree or whatever. That's always going to be funny. But I think I'm pretty squeezed for 184. I'm just ready for 185. How you guys feeling?
Yeah, I'm
Samesies.
same.
Okay. All squeezed out. So that's going to do it for Chainsaw Man chapter 184. Run, Denji. Now jumping into Centuria chapter 32, Woman of Water. Traffy, what you got, man?
So I do really enjoy how this chapter just kind of it gives some more character to Lucas, also some more interactions between him and Julian. Of course, we get a seemingly more grown up TT. I don't know how old TT is in the first place, but
They're all adults at this point, probably.
Yeah. I feel like TT was always probably around like 18 or 20 before, and we got 5-year time skip.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so crazy that it was 5 years, bro. I'm still not over that.
That's such
Very
a huge
true.
time.
Yeah. At worst, I'd say TT probably was 15 or 16 before, and she's at least 20 now.
That's what I was thinking too, because Julian was still a teenager, I think, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Not
I
sure.
don't know if
think I ever
ages have
used-
been
I don't
stated.
think I
Everyone called him
remember.
a kid.
Oh, sure.
Maybe, yeah.
You could be a kid to certain people even at 18 though. So it's like
Yeah. You're a kid until you start fucking making real decisions and shit.
yeah.
But
I
Traffy,
don't know how. Oh yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
No,
Go
go ahead.
Traffy.
I'm looking into
you were-
something real quick.
I was just gonna say, like, I don't know how tall Lucas is, but like, I was gonna say that now that we have other characters next to Diana, she's like feeling a little bit more 6 years old or whatever than she did like last chapter, where we were like, this is a preteen or whatever we were saying. But she runs right into bro's like chest, like her like head goes up to like his nipples or some shit. So I'm like, bro, this is not a 6-year-old.
Maybe
Like,
Julian
is tiny.
Maybe he's just a
Lucas
short king.
is tiny. Nah, because Lucas is like the same exact height. Like they're standing next to each other on page. What is this? On page 3. They're standing right next to each other. Literally, like bro had the ruler. Like go horizontal and just shoot their heads like at the same line.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then,
to be fair, on that note, my son, my 8-year-old, he comes up to my chest, and I'm 6'1", so
okay.
There's something they're feeding these kids.
Yeah.
Talk about nowadays, right? Are you kind of like going on TT being? You're saying TT's tall for her age, like she should be.
No,
makes sense
Diane.
for her to be 6.
Diane.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Diane, you think this fits?
Yeah, I mean, I can see it working.
Okay. I don't, but we'll let you cook.
Well, I got a reference.
Okay.
But yeah, there's just a lot of smaller details up until the end of this chapter. Like, they've been living in this abandoned fort for long enough that they built an aqueduct to flow the river there. So they've built this up into their home, and I would assume they haven't been bothered too much.
But yeah, because it looks abandoned and run down or whatever, minus like their things that are kind of like hanging out or whatever. I'd imagine they don't have many things visible from far away. But even still, like, why would you want to come to this place if you were like a normal person or a traveler or whatever? I'd be, something like this is like, you never know how many people are in there, and you never know like what kind of people are in there. So it's like, unless you are a bad motherfucker, you don't go wandering into a place like this.
Yeah. I do also really like the interaction when Julian's introducing Lucas to everyone. He's like, I really underestimated you, Jay. I can't believe you have such a lovely wife. And they're both just like, what? And TT's like, oh my, is that what it looks like? Not that I mind you thinking. And just Julian denies it, and she punches him, and he's like, why'd she punch me?
Yeah, so like
on married couple.
On that one like bubble though, what the hell was Julian gonna say? Like, he says, "Huh?" But you're not. Like, what was?
You're not
was he
my
gonna
wife.
say like you're not my wife? Okay, yeah. Because I was like, what? I was like, when I saw that, I was like, was he saying like you're not like into guys or something? Like, I was just confused. Like, I don't know what he was, but it makes sense that he says
Probably
you're not
thought
my
he
wife.
was just a loner.
Yeah, it makes sense. He says, "Not my wife." I saw somebody post this, and it was like, TT was like, "Hey, Julia, they're shipping us." And Julia was like, "To where?" Julia's
But,
so stupid.
Diana
mean-
understands what's going on instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do like the way that they're building it, though, because it's showing that TT does have an interest in Julian. And
yeah.
I like
and,
that.
And yeah, and you know, Diane is kind of like, you know, she's reading the room, unlike Julian. I like that. They got a little family dynamic. It's nice that they had time to, you know, these 5 years weren't all hardship and stuff. They actually got to be a family. TT's growing her hair out, so maybe she's done some training, but I feel like you don't really grow your hair out super long if you're like very active in combat, because that type of thing. You know,
Depends.
I feel like they'd be
we'd
smart
be
enough to
seeing
know.
like post time skip long haircuts on people, right?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it's
but
just,
like,
it's a way to show
I'm-
the passage of time.
Yeah,
like
I'm just
didn't
saying that
Shiki
don't-
get like a big ass like lion's mane after a time skip.
Yeah, I'm just saying I don't.
Combat mode ponytail.
I'm just saying I wouldn't imagine she's been like in many life or death situations if she's got this long ass hair, because that type of thing would kind of get in the way.
Yeah,
but like,
how did a villain not grab your shit up and make you
Yeah,
like
yeah.
force you into a Sakura situation? Like,
yeah, that's what I'm
okay,
saying.
so-
Enough.
We flip to the end of this chapter and we get Lacrima, who has long hair. Julian technically has long hair. Arcos had long hair as well. So I mean, that's not like a barrier from fighting in this series.
all the people
Yeah.
you named got superpowers though.
So
TT's a regular person. I'm just saying,
Right.
like, if TT was out with a sword or a bow, I wouldn't imagine she would have her hair down to her ass. Like maybe she does.
She's got magic now.
Maybe,
Yeah.
or maybe she's like really tight and is like, I'm not gonna let nobody fuck up these locks. But like, I just, you know, I just imagining her like as a swordsman or something. I felt like she would cut her hair or something, or like put it up in
Sure.
a bun or something. But like just seeing it like long and flowy and beautiful, it makes me think that she hasn't seen, you know, much. Besides,
Wait,
maybe she's trained.
Lacrima, isn't that a thing in like fairy tale or like just
Yeah.
like Mashima works? Isn't that like a concept of some kind? Isn't that like some kind of crystal that like radiates some
it's a
kind
gem.
of energy? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a crystal. It depends on the series, but it mostly tends to end up being used for like mostly like a power source or like a communication device. It's a variety of things.
Yeah,
It's
now
a
I
Latin-
kinda wanna, yeah, I was about to
Latin,
lot of
Google
things.
it.
Latin word for tear. I don't know if they're saying tear or tier, but yeah, there is also in fairy tale a magic crystalline substance found in both earth, land, and Edolus. It can be powered up with different spells and used for different purposes. So it's some sort of crystal that can be used for multiple things or whatever. Weeb's the
Interesting.
fairy tale guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
But we're trying to talk about good manga right now. So
Yeah.
back to Centuria.
yeah.
So-
We're going to the boxing ring right now.
yo, Tyson.
I'll lose.
You
but-
got gloves? You know. All right.
I do
Back to
like
Centuria.
I do like how they try to give us this red herring where Lucas just sits up, grabs his sword, and sneaks out.
Bro, I was like, these motherfuckers better not be right about this guy.
Yeah, I was like,
Traitor.
oh, it's time. It's time.
Yeah,
He's
I
doing
was
it,
like,
he's
bro,
doing the
he
thing.
better. Yo, when he sat up, I was like, come on, dog, don't do this to me, bro. I can't have this.
I do
He
like
looks
how
at
it's-
him.
I do like
Go
how
ahead,
it's
go ahead.
implied that Julian was wary of him regardless of the fact.
Oh yeah,
just
he
like-
was ready.
Yeah.
He was on
Yeah,
timing.
He was ready.
Grown ass
But-
man with a sword in my house with 2 women. Nah, I'm keep my eye on your bitch ass.
I still think that the fake out could be, you know, a way to further us into this false sense of security. It's like, oh, he was gonna do. Oh, he didn't do. Oh, okay, so then he's good. And
That-
then it's just gonna
Maybe.
they're gonna pull the rug out eventually. After
Yeah,
he's- yeah,
that does feel
I could-
like it could be that as well.
yeah.
Yeah. Though I do kind of, I am curious for the decision to already have the sister just encounter them immediately post time skip.
Yeah.
Like this,
Yeah.
this will imply a few things. Either A, she just found them first over the course of these 5 years, and so now she's finally getting a chance to enact her revenge, like she stated. Or B, Julian, over the course of these 5 years, managed to systematically take out anybody that came after him. Only recently, for maybe I say I give it 2 years at least to develop his current home with DT and Diana, and now she's like one of the last few people that is hunting him to keep things incognito from her father.
I mean,
I don't know what feels better. Like, this is the first like enemy that's found them in this entire 5-year period, and it just happens like this, or if we get flashback stuff that shows that, you know, some kind of you know, gauntlet of assassins have been trying to get them for the last 5 years, and now we're finally at a heavy hitter, and we're gonna get like flashback storytelling that shows, you know, the previous enemies that have came and failed in the last 5 years or
works
something.
either way. Yeah, it works either way.
I do.
But
like, how does it take you 5 years for anybody to eventually like run up on this dude? And especially like now, like this timing too is just crazy with Lucas joining.
I think they crossed the border to a different nation.
Yeah, they went west or whatever.
Harder. It's definitely harder to find someone in an enemy nation than in your hometown.
So
the weird part is definitely that, like, the timing, and like she approaches them like running, like it's not like, you know, oh shit, like she sprints like she already knew where they were or whatever. Like
shit.
Remember they have a clairvoyant on their team.
Yeah. Who's in contact with Lucas?
Yeah.
Lucas like, all right, yo, I'm at the crib now. Pull up.
There's several things I can take from this. Like, for example, Julian being wary of someone staying the night in their house. It kind of makes it feel like they've already ran into some people who tried to kill them, because otherwise that wariness, like, he doesn't know there's people coming. Oh god. He doesn't know there's people coming after him. So
finally. No, I'm kidding.
Oh damn. Wow. Okay, guys. I guess I'll just log off permanently.
And now we can have better conversations.
Damn. Okay. But it does feel like that wariness is because they ran into something, but at the same time, you would think. So the fact that they've been here long enough to establish like a home and build an aqueduct makes it feel like they've been here for a while. Let's say at least a year, which means that in that year, no one has came for them, because if someone did, then they would pick up and they would leave. So I don't know. Like the time frame seems kind of weird. Like 5 years of peace is kind of crazy.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like when you do a time skip, it works. It's like, you know, you show that the characters have grown and they've had it good, and now things are getting bad or whatever. It's like that way we don't have to see all the like stuff that they've done. Like, we don't have to see them traveling and shit. And yeah, we'll get flashbacks, but I don't know. I feel like it works. One thing I guess I was thinking too while we were talking is like, it could still be, I don't know how, like, just her timing is weird. And like the traitor thing, he could still be a traitor. Maybe it was like, I'm going to post, like, you find him, I'm going to post up at his crib, and I'm going to pull up and start a fight. And you pretend to beat me and, you know, earn his trust, and then you kill him type shit. Like, maybe Lucas is like, you know, Lucas is going to heroically defend Julian against Lacrima or whatever, and then he's like, I got this, and then she's like, oh no, swords, my weakness, I can't deal with this, and leave. And now Julian's like, you're kind of tight, Lucas, I fuck with that.
So the thought process, this is a kind of a crapshoot though, but so they go into this conversation right before she shows up, where he talks about the fact that he lost his mother's dead, and his father, he's going to kill him. And along with my father, there are some people I just have to kill. And that just feels like he's referring to the king and like the Black Knights and the fucking sorcerers. I don't know. Like, that's just where my brain instantly connected. So maybe Lacrima teamed up with him to get him closer to her father, but then why wouldn't she know that he was her brother unless he was abandoned or left long before she was born? I don't know. Just, it feels like a very specific, I'm going to kill my father along with some people, and I don't know.
We thinking that the dad killed the mom then, probably, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I wasn't So I didn't think about like him being related to the king. I don't know. I just like the same thing I was saying last week about like if he was related to Diane. I don't really like there being so many coincidences around. Like, this guy shows up and it's like, oh yeah, the king's hunting you. Well, I'm hunting the king type shit.
Yeah.
It just feels like it's like too perfect.
Unless he's working with Lacrima to get
Right,
closer
there's
to the king, and Lacrima
Yeah.
used him to get close to Julian.
It definitely depends on like what kind of writing is introduced to explain the coincidences. If it's just like coincidence after coincidence with like no writing there, then like I can see how that can feel kind of wonky. But like you can create certain circumstances for certain reasons. You just have to like explain them in order for it to feel good, I think.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, we definitely need some explanation. But Julian being, confident that he can fucking shadow box with a mercenary who is armed or whatever with no weapon. He's had to have
Oh,
gotten into a
nice.
couple. He's had to have gotten himself into a couple of scraps in those 5 years. Like maybe it one at the crib. Maybe he's stopped a couple of robbers in
Or-
the town like he did with that kid.
Or maybe he's
Yeah.
just been training with TT.
Yeah, maybe they just
Ooh.
been boxing out in the backyard or whatever.
We're going to see
Well-
TT throwing hands in a few chapters.
Yeah,
Ooh,
TT
I
looking
can't
great.
wait to see her fight, man.
Yeah, she's looking great. I can't wait for her to turn up and just like tie these like loose ass like clothes up and fucking just be in the
Nah,
fucking
she about
ninja
to toss that shit off like Piccolo, and it's about to make a crater in the ground. And she about to start bouncing around the battlefield at Mach 3
her headband's 30 pounds. Yeah,
type shit.
yeah, but just more of the nicknames. We got Jay and fucking Diane's calling them Jules, and dude's got 2 nicknames. Just I'm happy for dude, man. He was a slave. His life was fucking thrown away, and now he's got family and nicknames and shit. He's eating long ass sausage links for breakfast.
Like, why did
this-
you say it
Because
like that?
I'm on this page 4, bro. These sausages or whatever they are fucking huge,
He eating
long as fuck.
long ass sausage
Bro.
links. My nigga's a Glizzard
These shits-
wizard out here, bro.
Yeah, these glizzies are crazy long, elongated sausage. Yeah.
Elon. I thought you were about to say Elon Musk for some reason.
Nah, elongated sausage meat on the table, bro. 3 of them things, bro. They eating good.
Yeah.
So
CC.
another small detail here. A few episodes ago, I did theorize that Lacrima would eventually, come to their side, fall for Julian, whatever, and then we get the
You did
better
say
looking
that.
than I expected.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I like
Well,
it. I like
I
it
don't-
because
She wants that immortal wiener. God damn it, Traffy. No.
maybe that was like while she's here alone, like she snuck off. Maybe the plan with the assassins was like, all right, we know where he is. We're gonna go kill him tomorrow. And she's like, fuck that. I gotta go see this guy. He might be my type. And then she, runs up late at night, pulls up or whatever, and it's like, oh yeah, he fine, but I gotta kill him. Type shit. And if he don't die, then he's gonna be mine. I do like her new design though. I thought this was cool as hell when she pulled up.
Yeah.
This page 16. Her design is cool. I don't remember her old design. I didn't go back and look, but I feel like this is definitely a new updated one. It's funny to get an updated design for a character that showed up in like 1 chapter. But
Yeah, that's funny.
yeah, it's like throw away your old fucking art. We have new art. So yeah. Wonder how old she is. Wonder how old Lacrima is, but
I wonder how they're gonna fight her, because like she's like water Logia. So it's like, does Julian just say like, yeah, you don't get to move that body anymore or whatever because of like his relationship with water? But like, is her water like, biologically like specific to her and like isn't like,
It has to be
connected
the
to
ocean.
isn't connected to the same ocean that the Lovecraftian kidney
So,
monster
No,
lets
because
him?
then
Yeah.
Arcos's water still worked on him.
Oh, true.
oh yeah. Okay.
But if he
Yeah,
jumps into the river, and rivers are connected to oceans,
No.
I think it
he
depends
might
how
be
far away
good.
He is from the ocean.
Yeah, that one, they might be like really far away from a large body of water. And 2, remember we were talking about like how unlikely it would be that he would get that advantage again so soon after like winning his last fight using it.
Yeah.
And how like it's probably a good idea to let him like solve, certain problems like without that aid moving forward for at least a while. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I just
it
feel like it's
is.
better storytelling if Julian didn't always have to kind of like rely on that, or it wasn't like coincidentally like a thing that he could tap into in like multiple fights back to back.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I
be
mean, he after 5 years, he probably has better control of some sort of power because we know he can do the smog. So there's definitely got to be other stuff that he can do.
yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
smog, someone said that it was like ink from an octopus. Let's see him use like electricity from an eel. Sea creature
Ooh,
based powers.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
I
Possibilities are
fuck with
definitely
that.
there.
Yeah, it's just an interesting choice to have like this was my issue with like the Maki colony in JJK, where it was like the last time we saw Maki, she fought Naoya, and then we go 60 chapters without seeing Maki, and then we see Maki again and she fights Naoya, and it's like, okay, this Julian fought Arcos, and then we don't see Arcos is dead for like 3 chapters. We have like a couple of things in between, and then 5-year time skip. Who does he fight? Arcos' sister, who also has water powers. It's like it
Yeah.
would have been nice to see something else in between, but like
Coal
maybe
mine.
she
I would
doesn't.
love to see Skull
Yeah,
No,
Mine.
this is good though if we're staying inside of the idea that he like I know it's like okay, his last opponent was water-based powers and his next opponent is also water-based powers, but they have two like completely different applications of that ability, and he doesn't have access to his advantage in like the ocean again or whatever. So I think it's different enough, but like I can definitely see how, how you would want there to be at least one other enemy in between, but at least like it doesn't feel like it's going to be that similar of a fight. You know what I
yeah,
mean? It's
because
not like the same as like Maki fighting, Naoya twice back to back before encountering a different, opponent or whatever.
yeah, Arcos did use his water like as projectiles and stuff, and she's using it kind of like as a long like sword or something. She's like making the water like sharp so she can cut shit, I guess. But like
Hmm.
I still just want to see something more. Like maybe this fight doesn't last long, and she just sees, I don't know, maybe he jumps up and fucking bear hugs her and power drivers her into the ground or something. It's just like shut that shit up, girl.
Yeah,
I
but then
But
she'll just
yeah,
disperse
yeah,
herself and
yeah,
like
yeah.
reform behind him or something. I'm really
Un,
interested on how they're gonna deal with this
un,
actually.
unless he hugs her and she's like, "Oh my god, he's so hot," and then like it catches her off guard, and then like she doesn't think to like rematerialize into water. She actually like gets her head bonked or whatever because she was in awe of hot man.
Distracted by immortal man meat.
Yeah, it's like,
And
oh my
just like
god, he's
that,
hugging me.
so
and just
I'm
like that, a yandere joins the harem.
No.
I do wonder how it works. Like if so, like let's say that did happen, and he somehow has a giant like glass bottle. Like what happens if he just puts her in a bottle? It's like because you can't put her in prison.
Yo.
You can't tie her. You can't tie her hands behind a chair and rope her up or whatever. It's like put her in a big like glass case or something so she can't like fucking phase through. And it's like okay, we want answers or whatever. You can't. How do you
Probably
interrogate
still
somebody
freak
who
out.
turns into water?
Oh no, I need him to like muster up all of this like 100-person strength and just like Hulk clap like right in her face and just like evaporate her shit with like sonic boom energy.
She
I
rematerializes. She respawns 2 towns over because all
Yeah,
water.
she
Like,
just turns into a rain cloud and just like it
yeah,
starts raining in another city.
yeah.
Like, how did I
I
get here? What the fuck?
I will say that I do actually like this fight for the same reason that y'all are kind of skeptical about it.
Who's y'all? This is
Okay,
Yato,
Yato
buddy.
then. Yeah, okay. So,
Whatever.
you said it's like back-to-back powers, similar. But I think that's also like a perfect showcase because before the time skip, he fought someone with similar powers, and then 5 years later, he's fighting someone again with those similar powers. So it's a really good way to show how far he's grown within that 5 years by putting him against someone that has a similar power set.
Right, and then he'll, get the W like in his own like personal way without like Lovecraftian titty monster assistance.
I think it works really well if she doesn't like die and becomes like a fan of his because it's like, oh wow, this is how you beat my brother. Like I'll stick around because you're kind of cute, but like one day I'm gonna kill your ass or whatever. Like I could see it kind of going that way, and he shows, like you said, it shows off how he's like grown as a fighter.
I don't see her joining them so soon. My prediction as far as that goes is, she'll start falling for him this fight, but she'll leave. And then she'll end up coming back into the party later after we've gotten some more development between Julian and TT.
Yeah, I can see that. Or just like she goes back to the base or whatever. She's like, I'm gonna kill you one day, and like leaves, and then she doesn't like tell L Street that she encountered him or whatever. She just kind of like says, yeah, I went searching, he wasn't out there, and some shit. I don't know. I don't know how it can go.
I don't either. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see in a couple.
Centuria has definitely picked up to become one of my more favorite series. That's relatively new. Like I've been thoroughly enjoying reading this each week more than a few other series.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, even
the ranks,
even with the fucking Cyclops eyes that I gotta call out. I look forward to it. Like Saturday, I was like, man, I can't wait to read Centuria tomorrow. It's like I'm very excited to see what happens in the next chapter every week.
Yeah,
I do feel like there was some weird art stuff going on this chapter. Nothing too bad. I ain't gonna really pinpoint, but just a couple of faces and eyeballs. One thing I noticed is the author or whatever artist definitely does this like one eyeball thing a lot, where it's like you can see a character's face and like you can only see one of their eyeballs, and like the other side of their face is just like skin.
Look, as someone who draws occasionally, eyeballs suck ass to draw, so I get it.
Yeah, I just hope we get
an excuse.
It is an excuse.
I hope we either get a Cyclops or some kind of monster with like 1,000 eyes to make up for this.
Look. I cut him some slack because hands are super hard to draw, and he's on point with those. If he doesn't feel like drawing
really nice.
two eyeballs, I am okay with that.
Yeah, just keep giving us these fingers.
Huh?
Or, I mean, Weeb, how are you feeling, man?
Oh, sorry, I was just letting you guys talk.
Nah,
maybe a little too long. I'm starting to get weird.
Yeah, but no, I'm still on the train of Lucas not being a traitor. Like he's got his own goal. He wants to kill someone along with my father or whatever. So he wants to kill his dad and some other people. So I don't think he's. I'm still gonna go ahead and say that I don't think he's gonna betray the gang. Maybe like I was saying last week,
this is a made up backstory to gain sympathy from the dude he's gonna betray.
Could be. I'm just I would just think it'd just be more interesting if it happens like by mistake, like oops, I accidentally led bad guy. See, which kind of looks like it is what happened, but like how the fuck would we got to find out how Lacrima found them, because like she comes sprinting and it's like 3 a.m. or whatever. Like we don't know what time it is, but it's nighttime. People are asleep, and then she just like comes sprinting while they're like out doing their fucking training. So it's like, where did she come from?
Like, what is so like? Yeah.
Look, chapter 29 on the page before last. Move in secret. Tell no one, not even the king. Gather this country's most skilled and powerful assassins, mercenaries, killers, heretics, monsters. It matters not who they are. Look,
that's the missing puzzle piece right there. We're locked in on this betrayal theory. Yep. Plus, like, I think it was, I can't remember who like brought it up in it's something that felt like so obvious as soon as like someone mentioned it in the comment section, but the like back-to-back splash pages in the last chapter where they're like extending their hands out to shake each other's hands is really what kind of made it obvious to me after I saw the comment or whatever. But they have like, Julius is like the white character, and like Lucas is the black character. There's like visual storytelling that kind of like lends itself to this idea that they're like opposites to some degree for some reason. I don't know, it doesn't necessarily have to be evidence for like a betrayal, but like I just feel like there's so many breadcrumbs here.
I feel it in my bones.
We'll be able to go back and be like, yep, there, and there was all of the setup for
we told Yato
this eventual thing. Yeah.
Shut up. Yeah. But
you know what? Hold on. Why
Okay.
is Greek always sitting on the fence? He is a fence sitter. He doesn't take sides. Take a side,
Yeah.
Greek.
Yeah,
Pick a
stop
side.
being a centrist,
All right, all right, all right, all right, all
motherfucker.
right.
Hey, that's
Alright,
normally
fine.
me, but I'm picking sides. Yeah.
All right, fine. I'm going on the side of it's a red herring. He probably isn't going to betray us.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
My agenda, it flourishes. Yeah. We got Weeb.
So we've drawn lines in the sand. It's me and
For now.
Traffy versus Yato and Weeb.
The
Yeah.
Great
It's not the
Centuria
team up
War.
It's not the team up we wanted, but it's the team up we got.
Yeah. It's all good, Weeb. We're the ones holding the deodorant here.
Oh,
Whoa.
hell no.
Whoa.
First thing of deodorant you've ever bought. All right.
Yeah. Nah, but dude's solid, bro. He said you gave me a hot meal in the car. I'm not gonna betray that kindness. I fucks with dude, bro. He's a good guy.
Yeah, but why would you say that? Like,
He's a good guy.
yeah, like that just it just tells me that this is more and more reason to think that he's actually gonna. Because, like, why would you say, like, it's kind of like when a character is like, don't worry, I'm not going to die, like, right before they go into war. And then, like, it's like, oh, that's a death flag. So, like, why is this not a betrayal flag right now? Like, don't worry, I won't betray you. And it's like, okay, buddy.
No, you're thinking too much
Alright.
into it. It's
No.
not that deep.
Probably.
No,
It's
that's
not
surface
that
level.
deep. Oh my god, I want to swing through my monitor right now. Want to grab
Just
your
got
ass
just
by
the
your
character.
collar. Huh?
We just got introduced to the character. Let's see how this plays out before anything else.
Nope.
And
No, I
if
gotta
you're
I gotta
right-
say it all now so
Yep.
that when I'm right, I can say it and gloat for the whole episode.
Actually,
That's what I was
hold
gonna
on.
say.
I said it first, so I get to gloat the most.
Oh
Fine.
man. I think we both
Fine,
said
you have
it like
seniority.
around the same
No.
time.
Rick said
we-
called you out on that because it was my
Oh.
idea and you took
Oh.
it over.
He did.
You're finished, buddy.
I'm finished. God damn it. We can split the W.
All right.
Oh, I
you
knew
know
it
what?
was coming.
All right.
You guys get V's.
I'll take a V and a half. You get the last half of the V.
Damn, you just get a slant, dummy. You don't even get a letter. That shit isn't even recognizable, yeah.
No.
But yeah, I think I'm all dehydrated. On this chapter. What was that? Chapter 32. What about you, Traffy?
Yeah, I'm good.
What about you, Weeb?
I'm all set.
Knox?
Did you say dehydrated because this chick is like a water warrior? Or was
Yeah,
that like,
yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought that was like a new form of squeezed out or
He's
something.
It was a
Thirsty.
combo. Combo.
Yeah, well, I am also dehydrated. Yeah.
Type shit. Combination. All right. Let's go do it. Let's go do it for Centuria chapter 32, Woman of Water. Thanks for watching. Now jumping into Dandadan 175. This is last week's chapter. We didn't cover it, but we're covering it now, and Dandadan's on break this week. So we're going to jump right into it. Weeb, what are your thoughts?
I think this was a pretty good chapter. We got a bit more into detail about getting the additional how they were able to steal the powers, how she awakened the ability to see the pygmies, her thoughts on the matter, also the fact that she has history with Ira, which I did not expect, but it was welcome to know that she was a little shit when she was a kid. I found it hilarious. Literally gremlin energy.
Ira hasn't changed.
Yeah.
So we got another rivalry for her. And my boy Kenta was shown in a hospital bed at the end of the chapter.
Yeah, we
So-
talked about that last week too. Like,
we
what's
didn't see him
Kenta?
in the nurse room.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was definitely there. I was just saying him not being around is kind of funny.
Yeah. No, it's nice to get a little check in and see what he's up to. So
I think it was just the author to say, hey, just so you guys know, he's still here.
yeah. So I did go back, and I think it's 3 or 4 chapters ago. There's the moment when we see Koki Yukishiro, and she's like having her flashback and stuff. She's like going up the stairs, and Ira is actually in a picture with her, but like it's half of Ira's head, and her face is like censored, so you can't tell it's her. Other than the hairstyle, you can see like half of her head and hairstyle. So if you like go back to like 169 or something, you can see, and it's like, oh wow, that's clearly Ira, but like he cut it off on purpose so that like you could just barely see her, so that when we get this page where Ira is standing next to her, it's this exact image on 16 where like Ira's looking at her and Cookie's holding up her trophy and smiling, and then like somebody on the on Cookie's right is like cut off. Ira was cut off like that or whatever, but you could still see like her hair or whatever. So excellent setup.
Yeah,
I
well,
find
that's
it.
good.
It's so funny how Ira was the reason why she quit piano, and thus everybody. That's when her life went to shit.
Yeah.
I will say about the life going to shit part, I really like how Queen kind of describes the history of the pygmies, and then instead of just like, oh, they are just like me, it just does 2 complete pages with no text, just showing her being basically alone and an outcast, and then having the pygmies, stitch in, hang in there, Koki. I like the way that that's done.
Yeah,
That's really nice.
Yeah, the pygmies are really down. Yeah, they're really ride or die. They fuck with her. You can see us, so we love you or whatever. I'm fucking with it. I don't know, something about this chapter to me felt like she wouldn't like join the gang though. Like maybe she can see the pygmies for a while and that'll just be her thing or whatever. Or maybe like I don't know, maybe she won't like lose the ability to see pygmies and control them or whatever. But like I don't see her like pulling up to much. Like she's probably not gonna go to like Momo's house, but like if the next massive like invasion comes, I feel like she'll pull up like near the end. Like she won't be there at the beginning, but when the chips are down, it's like, oh my god, what are we gonna do? Like you might see like a fucking army of pygmies firing fucking sewing needles at like aliens or something like in the end. It's like, oh my god, Cookie saved the day.
hell yeah.
That'd be a pretty fun moment.
Honestly, I could see Jermaine sucking the power back out of her. Assuming Jermaine's the one who did it, but
yeah. No, he definitely did. It's his knife. These are the blades that he stuck into his sword.
like, it could be a red herring.
Guilty as fuck.
Nah, this is
But-
straight Jermaine, yo.
This
Yeah.
is too obvious.
It does feel too obvious though.
Cole. Nah, this Jermaine.
But I can't see him taking the power back, or someone taking the power back.
I mean, they're trying to use her as bait, kind of. They're like talking about like watching her, and like maybe the person who sent her to do this is probably going to try and contact her and get some information. Because Jermaine, I mean, he wanted the power, so he probably was like, yeah, get that shit and then bring it to me, or or at least take it from Momo to make Momo weaker in some way or whatever. Because whatever his plan is. He's collecting powers and stuff, and it's like, does he not want allies? Because maybe these kids could help him, but maybe his plan is evil, so who knows?
And we've been talking about like what the conditions are for this dumbass knife, and they even bring it up in this chapter. Like there are conditions, but then they don't give them to us, and I'm just like, God damn it!
Yeah, I mean, stabbing.
Yeah,
we know that.
The thing that I find funny is with Momo at her current size, a stab from that knife would literally murder her.
Oh yeah, it'd be over with.
Yeah, she'd bleed all over the fucking
For a
place.
prick.
Nah, that shit, bro. That shit's still murdering the hell out of her. Yo, that's
Yeah.
True.
her body. She's got like 8 fluid ounces of blood in her body right now.
She's got a thimble of blood in her little ass body.
Yeah, she got a sip, yo. Like you could drink her, she's just dead.
Whoa.
Like she's like a pill, yo. Like you could just you pop an Advil. She's like a fucking Tylenol on his shoulder, yo.
I did mention someone, I didn't mention. I saw someone mention that it looks like she's getting smaller.
Oh shit.
That'd be
Like it
interesting.
hasn't been addressed or pointed out, but like flipping through some of the panels, it does look like her size has gotten a bit smaller.
I didn't think of it
Also,
myself,
this
so I'm gonna
consistency of
disagree.
size.
Okay, that's fine. I didn't think of it, so you can disagree with whoever I saw say that.
Oh yeah, it wasn't you. It wasn't you. Okay, never mind. I'm on the team now. She getting smaller.
Yeah. I mean, it could be a thing. I don't know. It could just be art inconsistencies or whatever, or just people's eyes being dumb. But if she is getting smaller, that'd be a cool plot point. And it's like, oh shit, aren't you a little smaller than you were 20 minutes ago? It's like we really got to find that fucking dude because like they brought back up the one pygmy that like was peeking from the book or whatever. I'm guessing that's the one that is in this picture, where she's like in the past there's a student who can see a little man. It's like that one guy has like legs, and these pygmies have stick figure legs. They're just like they're built like a teardrop with a Mario face and stick legs. And
Yeah.
this guy has like limbs, and he looks like
An elf.
he looks like a fucking elf or something. So he's a whole different guy. So maybe they're gonna find. It's like, okay, we really got to find this dude. The pygmies are gonna search the whole school for him now that they have someone to look for or something.
Yeah, now that Yato mentioned it, I do think that if she really is getting smaller, that they're like, regardless of what's happening in the art, I think that it makes sense for there to be writing that specifically comments on it. Like, yo, are you getting smaller?
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's like
That could happen next chapter or chapter.
Yeah,
two,
it could happen at
if
any
it's
time.
More obvious.
Yeah, it could happen at any time before she's like fixed. But
Like, they've been super busy chasing this chick around. They probably didn't have time to notice it. But once things calm down, they can be like, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Aren't you like, smaller? We might be on a time limit here.
right.
Yeah, she could be slowly getting smaller and smaller, and it's like, you gotta find that dude and beat his ass, and that'll like reverse the thing. But I don't know, man. Like, this is a good chapter. I like getting Ira having her kind of moment where she's like in charge or whatever. She's like the big dog. She's talking about this knife. This page where she's like sitting, her legs kind of crossed or whatever. She's curious about the owner of this knife. I don't know. Ira just felt like she was more in charge this chapter than she normally is. Normally, it's kind of even. Either it's like equal or like Momo's kind of the lead or whatever. But she felt like she got like a lot of spotlight this chapter, paired with getting to flex and call Kuki like an idiot for like quitting or whatever and shit. And she's like looking down at her like on this last page, she's got like the delinquent like stance where her both of her feet are like, her left foot is pointed left, her right foot's pointed right. She's like knees bent, tilted to the side, arms crossed, looking over at her. She looks like a delinquent or whatever.
She's like, "Oi, this is our turf."
It's like she's bullying this kid, like. So I don't know. It was a fun chapter for Ira.
You're
Really
Yeah, love Kuwabara. I didn't even notice that Vamola and Rin were like stitching the shirts up in the background the whole time. I just was flipping through. I was like, oh wow, they really were just in the background working on these shirts, because at the end, like,
throughout the chapter.
Yeah, there's a couple pages you can see them kind of like working on it in the background.
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah, all done. We sewn up your shirts, because when I saw that at first, I was like, did they not get the pygmies to help? But no, they were just doing it themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, how are they gonna get the pygmies to help? They can't even see them niggas.
I guess
the pygmies would have to see them working on it and go like, "Let me help you out, pal."
Yeah, or like they could. I was thinking like maybe if Koki was more considerate, she would be like, "Yo, stitch up their shirts." But that ain't what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, good chapter, man.
Yeah, possibilities for the search are definitely out there, though. The idea that Jermaine can still wipe everyone's memories of his presence and identity is still out there, and until they, uncover that and counter it, they're gonna be running loops.
Yeah.
Until all their powers are stolen.
What if that's just the type of thing where it's like it only works on one person? So like he only uses it when it's a one-on-one situation. So like if they catch him, it's like,
no,
oh shit, like I can only put one person in a genjutsu type deal.
No, because he did it to the entire student body.
Yeah, he altered their memories to make it that he was always there.
Okay.
I feel like their trump card here is probably going to be Turbo Granny, since Turbo Granny knows who Jermaine is. So that might be what ropes her back into the story.
If she hasn't already been captured.
Yeah. Yo, imagine if we do get like a point of view and it's like Turbo Granny while all of this is going on and she's been in the background the whole time, just like, remember that chapter we got it was like 10, 20 chapters ago, and Turbo Granny was like doing Mission Impossible shit. She was like climbing like file cabinets, and she was like swigging from the she like swung from some sort of like dresser or something with an umbrella. She was like looking for something. She was looking for the thing that was in the Lost and Found to give to like take from the cops. I think it was the golden ball or whatever. She was like doing some Mission Impossible shit. Yeah. So it's like, imagine like we get like a Turbo Granny flashback, and the whole time she's been here like watching these things, she's just looking out for Jermaine, but she's been like crawling on the top of the lockers and like in the ventilation shaft. Like, if I watch these dumbass kids, Jermaine's gonna like pull up and I'm gonna fucking kick his ass when he does or some shit. She's been here the whole time, but like wanted it to seem like she's been gone.
I could see it. I could
Yeah,
definitely
I'd love
see
it.
it.
Yeah, that could happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either that or she's captured or like she's looking for Jermaine. I don't know. Turbo Granny, she's got to come back, bro. We need her to pull up.
Oh
But
yeah,
Turbo
she's
Granny's-
gonna pull up super clutch in a very hype way later on down the line. We were talking about the way that she like left or whatever, however many chapters ago, and the fact that like regardless of her exterior, like she definitely fucks with the cast in like a sentimental, like thoughtful way that
Yeah.
would just
Yeah.
never go, verbally admitted by Turbo Granny or whatever. So
She comes back and
Yeah.
fuses with Okaroon.
oh
No, she fuses with Queen Sensei.
No.
Huh?
wait, what
But
you
she
trying to get
doesn't-
into, bruh?
She doesn't have balls to take you.
Or does she?
Huh?
Huh?
Anyway,
Oh,
back to this
I
knife and the
don't
condition.
mind.
I want to know, like, God, dude, ever since we had that conversation about, like, exactly what went down when Saint Germain ran up on Okaroon, like, looking down at the knife, like, was he expecting a certain reaction, or was there some other reason he, like, looked down at the knife? It's just like, dude, I just want the answer so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Soon.
But that
Yeah.
plays into the mystery of it.
I know,
find
man. Shit.
So-
Yeah, I think it's coming soon. We're gonna get that answer real quick.
Yeah. But yeah.
But I mean, interesting to know that he can give abilities back too. So he fucking stabbed her and gave her this ability, and she doesn't even like the pigment. They're stitching her up, shit, man. She's like, don't touch me. It's like, bro, they're giving you first aid, brother.
Yeah, like, they clearly, like, love you.
Yeah,
Stop being
Yeah.
a worm.
yeah, and she like, what is this? Is this in this? Yeah, okay. So this was in this chapter when they wrote like, hang in there. Yeah, okay. So yeah, they fuck with you, man. Stop being like that. But
Yeah, and it's like maybe she cares like more about them now that Queen or the nurse, her name's Queen, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, now that Queen Sensei like gave her kind of like the rundown on the folklore related to the pygmies being like outcasted from society and like sent into a certain state of, of social status where like people just like never noticed them and couldn't see them, et cetera, et cetera. Like maybe now she like appreciates them more just because of how much she resonates with their struggle in her own way in the
Yeah.
modern world or whatever. So maybe because you even get like the reaction, with the hang in there Koki panel and then like her like with her hand over her face like tearing up. Like she's probably gonna be like a lot nicer to them now moving forward. And you can even see, on page, what is this, 12, where she like kind of like has her like hand next to the pygmies like, oh my niggas, I love y'all now. Shit, so.
my niggas. Yeah, because I mean, she's just like them for real. Like they got
Yeah.
unnoticed that she lost her like talent, and then she started people stopped noticing her and shit. So
Mhm.
yeah, it all tracks. She didn't know of their struggle, and now she does.
Yeah, we're not so different, you and I.
It is
Oh,
always
there it
gonna
goes.
happen. We're not
It is
so
like every
different.
episode.
All of you and I.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Every episode like clockwork. You gotta put that on
Yeah.
a shirt.
it's gotta
Nah,
happen.
for
Yeah.
real though.
It's probably it's on shirts, I'm sure.
Get your
You gotta
your
get it with
your panel
Yeah,
focus
nah.
merch.
Yeah, no,
panel
it's just gonna
focus.
be my face like next to the quote.
No, it's gonna be your face, that picture that Kira posted saying that shit, yeah. The one in the chat
wait.
earlier.
Oh, I don't even
Yeah.
remember. Oh, with when I'm holding the dab pen.
Oh, I thought it was a fucking pregnancy test. I didn't know what you was holding. Yeah, I didn't know what was going on.
Pregnancy test is
I say,
crazy.
yo, they got docs out here looking crazy, bro.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
yeah, nah, good chapter, man. I'm ready to see what happens next, obviously. And love Kensa. Kensa's chilling. I hate men. I want a girl to worry about me. Are you all right, kid? It's all right. I'm as fit as a fiddle. He's just like me for real, man. Because I would have been like,
Yeah.
yo, can you please, massage my back, Queen Sensei, or something?
Dude, I need the Kinta flashback chapter, bro.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll go into it
Yeah.
now that he's like the last thing we see on this chapter. Maybe we go into it while he's in recovery from this schnoz breakage or whatever happened to him. He like got his wait. Where's that bandage covering? Is that covering his eyes? No. It's his nose, right? Didn't he get beamed in the nostrils?
Yeah, like right
I
in the
think
middle
it's
of his
covering.
face.
I think it's covering his nose, but he has like an ice pack on his head.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure. Okay.
Okay. I just thought those were his glasses, but you're probably right.
Oh wait, no, you're right. Those are his glasses.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
I see it.
Not you forgetting he wears glasses.
No, because I saw it. I saw him wearing the glasses, and where he says "I'm fit as a fiddle," but it's just the way that the glasses like extend to each corner of his forehead. It looks like there's something like over it, but I can see the glasses now.
Maybe there's no bandage, and that's just his fat.
That's just his rolls, bro.
Yeah, he just got face fat. Yeah,
face rolls is crazy.
Yeah. But no, I'm ready for him to get his moment. Yeah, I don't know what's got to happen for it to happen, but we got to get somebody. So fucking. Yeah, this shit sucks, man. I never had friends. People hate me, and I just tried to fit in. So I said funny jokes, thinking, I heard you guys make these dirty jokes, and I said them, and nobody fucked with it. But thank you, Okaroon, for not being a jerk or something. I don't know.
He's never gonna thank Okaroon.
I need the next chapter to open up with like that kind of dialogue. Like I was always a bitchless weirdo with no hose, and now that I have friends, I don't have to jerk it to Playboy video. Oh no, okay. Anyway,
bruh, extreme. You went all the way there. Okay. So
I need something like that. Give me like some fucking Frank Miller like style like narration, like some fucking Sin City Daredevil.
Bro, I was about to say, you trying to turn kids into Daredevil is crazy.
I mean, shit, he got the bandages over the eyes. Maybe he got some of that goo in the. No, I'm kidding.
True. He do got that. He do keep that fucking that skin on him, so he can gun them up. So
yeah,
we gotta see what's next for old Kin Chan. Yeah. But I think that's gonna be it for me for this chapter. What about you, Knox?
I think I'm all squeezed out, man.
Chirappy.
Yeah, I'm skeeted.
And Weeb.
I'm all good.
That's going to do it for Dandadan chapter 175. Now jumping into our weekly Shonen Jump segment, because no manga this week for Weekly Shonen Magazine. We're jumping into Ichi the Witch, chapter 12, 12th Hunt, the Kendake Magic. Traffy, what's your thoughts?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have our villain. I'm calling it now. So this dude who just rolls up, I'm assuming he's a dude. He looks like a dude, and he has a staff. So he's a dude magician that nobody knows about. That's just how I see it. But
a year from now, Traffy's gonna get canceled.
Crazy how you got that from my tweet earlier. But
I didn't see your tweet. Anyways,
there is no tweet. So, continue. My bad.
Okay. But I do really like his design because it plays off of this scene so well, specifically his eyes, because he has like the eyes of an apex predator, and Ichi senses him. This is that shoot, what's the rule called?
What's the what called?
Rule, death for death.
Death for death. He is sensing that. This man has malice about him. He's got the eyes of a predator, and Ichi caught on to it. It honestly reminds me of the scene with in JJK with Gojo as a kid and Toji.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah, I like that a lot too. I mean, like, this dude's obviously cold-blooded. Like, he's got goat feet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, this dude's gonna be raw. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, you don't give a nigga feet like this if he's not eventually gonna be a goat of sorts.
And he's like overdressed as fuck, because like what it looks like his shirt, like he's got like a fucking short sleeve jacket or what long sleeves coming out of it. Like what he's got on bad clothes, bro.
Yeah, this nigga's layered the fuck up right now.
Yeah,
he got this big ass scarf with the cape dangling.
That hat, that's his witch hat.
Bro.
Hey, after thinking about it, he actually reminds me of, like, the design reminds me kind of like of Yunnan from Magi a bit.
Oh yeah, I could see that. Good spot, dude. That's a good.
Magi.
That's a. Oh, you don't remember Yunnan? The like third.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The third Magi that they.
Yeah. Magi that helped Sinbad.
Yeah. Well, I haven't finished manga. I've only seen the anime, and that was like fucking 10 years
Fraudulence.
ago. I'll probably read it on my trip. Actually, I might do that. Here we go.
Nah, we
Boom.
good. You don't got
It's
to
a
do
good
that.
trip.
I'm a gatekeep the fuck
Oh,
out of that. But yeah, anyway.
So,
but yeah, I see it. I like that.
someone did bring up the goat feet, and I feel like he got those from hunting. And then he crafted shoes himself. So we got us another
Because
hunter,
he knows
possibly.
he's the goat. Yeah, the stocks are going into where the stocks are going right into this man.
Might as
Yeah,
well.
so I gotta say it because people who read this and probably remember me are probably gonna say something for not. But the character also just kind of looks like Chiyoko from Act Age, the
Dude, I was
rival.
literally going to say, like, I see a lot of act age in this guy's like hair and eyes or whatever.
Yeah, and that character was Yanagi's like rival, and if this guy this guy or girl, whatever, I'm guessing it's a guy, ends up being like Ichi's rival. That'd be cool. But I don't know. My first thing when I saw them, like this kind of feels like the way they like pass by each other and then like they both turn around. It kind of to me felt like they know each other or something, but like don't remember it. Like maybe Ichi knows him but doesn't remember who he is. But they saw Ichi and was like, huh, Ichi, and just kept walking like they didn't care. But like Ichi doesn't remember, and maybe he'll remember later. But I don't know. It's probably not that, and it's just like a noticed malice or he
Yeah.
smells funny or something. I mean, he doesn't sniff, but I don't. There's definitely something there. They both notice each other.
So let's examine this staff a little bit too, because the way that it kinda is giving Miroku from Inuyasha vibes with like these rings that are dangling from this you know, I don't even know like what, like it's like a circle like shaped like whatever at the top of the
Oh,
branch of the
actually,
thing, and he's
it's not
got
even
like the
a.
huh.
Sorry, it's not even. Look on the panel on the right behind Ichi's head. You can see that it's not a complete circle. It's like a C or a
Right.
G or something.
Yeah, so like and you can even oh, are you talking about on the page before, the one that gives him his like full body render or whatever?
Yeah, so like it's a
Yeah,
double
yeah, yeah.
page, I think, right? Or at least it's a double page for me. And then on the one where he's like behind Ichi, and you can see like Ichi's face, like you can
Right.
see that it's not like a full circle shape.
Yeah, it's like a crescent, like
Yeah,
moon, like type, like situation or whatever. But yeah, like I just like immediately, like just like with the long drapey, like clothes and the staff with the rings dangling from it, like it reminds me a lot of like Miroku from Inuyasha. So like, what if this dude's power is like related to like some kind of like priest concept or some kind of like monk type situation where like we're kind of going into like maybe like Kakaishi territory, like with a power set related to, I don't know, I don't want to say exorcism, you know what I mean? I don't want to say like anything like that, but just like unconventional. Like obviously there's magic involved with this guy, so I'm just trying to like deduce like what kind of magic it could be based on his like aesthetic or whatever, and like I can just see it being some kind of I don't know, some kind of cleanse or debuff or like
yeah,
healing maybe involved to some degree, because it's like we've seen a lot of different kinds of magic, but like most of it has been like elemental, I want to say. So it would
yeah.
just be cool if we like went into like another area of the power system where magic has different applications more akin to you know exorcism or monk related stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like maybe he's maybe like either a monk or like a shaman or a priest. So maybe like what he does technically isn't on the same like play level of magic as what like the witches do, but he's like
Yeah,
he's from a group of like priests and they do like holy magic, but it's not like seen as magic. Maybe it's seen as like blessings or something, and
type
they do
shit.
something
Yeah.
completely different. So it's like
That's where I was trying to go with that, is
yeah,
that it's like it's like some kind of like, going into what Traffy was saying about, him being like a male witch that nobody knows about, that's just like doing like male witch stuff like under the radar or whatever. It could be because like his style of magic is maybe looked at as like weird by the greater like witch association to some degree, or it's just like I don't know, something like that. But I can just see this being a very like unorthodox, very like different application of magic than what the Mantonelle Association specifically kind of like tries to focus on or cares about or something
Yeah.
like that. So I'm basically like leaning into like agreeing with Traffy on what he was saying about this guy.
I like that. I can see it being like kind of like in this world, the women and their magic, usage and being witches is kind of like glorified, and everyone knows. It's like Discaris is a celebrity, but what if there are like actual males who can use some sort of like supernatural power, and they're not using magics like from killing and capturing and using magics or whatever like as the entity, the magics, but maybe they're doing other things, like maybe they're studying, and learning rituals and performing, fucking exorcisms, like you were saying. And this guy, like maybe the men that do it kind of keep it secret. So like the witches secretly have a rival association that they don't even know about. And it's like these sages or whatever who wander, without, they don't brag, they don't show everybody. And Ichi being a hunter and happened to notice this guy, but like normally, like someone like Discaris probably wouldn't have seen this guy.
Right.
He doesn't even like ping or radar.
One small detail I do want to point out. Normally, Ichi's eyes are circular. And I scrolled back through all of the chapters, and outside of one occasion, every time his eyes get ovalish with the like cross stitching, it is because the death for death is like triggering in his brain. The only time that it doesn't is when he calls what's her name? Short chick. Green
Kamugi?
hair. Yeah. When he calls Kamugi amazing. Every other time is when he's about to fight or about to strike.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a nice detail.
Yeah.
He also has this like screen tony like gas over his like hair and stuff. So it's like that's not normal. I mean that's on that last page of last week's chapter 2, but that's like him and Togi Ice like face to face. It's kind of like showing, the fucking tensions heating up. So yeah, it's like there's definitely something here. Like I can see it being a death for death thing, but it's like this guy, he's like, is he just leaking killing intent by mistake? is that like what happened and he picked up on it?
I do like I feel like we haven't talked about it, but the immediate panels before is him going through a flashback. If death for death is fulfilled, then the other hunter becomes the hunted. That's all. I will not be outdone on a hunt. And then it immediately transitions to this dude walking by and him noticing it. I feel like that's connected.
Yeah, but
I
like,
mean,
man, like
feels very
aesthetically, this dude is like not giving Hunter to me.
No.
Like I think that, yeah, like
great.
you made a good point about the goat feet potentially being like, I don't even remember what you said. Like you said like maybe he like hunted the goat and then like
Yeah.
turned the goat's feet like into like shoes or something like that. And it's just like, I'm not gonna say that you can't be a hunter and a mage of some kind at the same time, because obviously we have Ichi right here.
Yeah.
But like just aesthetically, like I'm just not getting that vibe from this guy. I think he's just like emanating a certain aura that like lets Ichi know that this dude is bad business, like on a strength level, and it's like triggering that same kind of like warrior presence that we see in things like Hunter x Hunter or Jujutsu Kaisen or like Fist of the North Star, even going pretty far back, where you can just tell that a nigga is nasty, like by coming in like close proximity and like feeling that strength like radiating off of him. And Ichi's just like excited about that, like as a hunter that cares about that kind of thing or whatever.
Yeah, and also to bring this back to Centuria real quick, they have the same color scheme as our boy Julian and Lucas. So
Okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I can see rivals or something.
Yeah.
But also just like you were saying, the whole like the hunter, you hunt the other hunter. So maybe like while Ichi is like thinking that he's hunting Togi Ice, this other guy is like hunting him, and he doesn't even like realize it because they're so cold or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if this dude was really hunting Ichi for some reason, I feel like, why would he like turn around and like look at him the way that he did? Like, I feel like he'd rather go unnoticed and be under the radar. This genuinely feels like a chance encounter and not like him being like stalking like prey to some degree. Because like, why wouldn't you just like stay farther away from him if you know like Ichi's location, but he doesn't know yours? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely an interesting situation with this new character. Everybody was excited to see this, so yeah, can't wait to see where that goes with Buddy. If it's a guy, if it's a girl, are those shoes or are those their feet? Do they just are they just are they a
Are they
fucking
half
satyr?
goat? Yeah, are they a satyr?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, is that where we're going? We got like fucking either shapeshifters or satyrs walking around. Is that what's happening?
The
But
another detail I want to point out from this chapter is Tokei Ice is the first person we've seen use magic on a scale similar to Ichi using Uroro. Like that is a
how so?
massive ice wall.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying now.
yeah.
Yeah,
There's also a
Tokei
nice
Ice is
way-
cold blooded for sure.
there's
I
also
can
a
already
nice way to
tell.
foreshadow. Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
No, this is also a nice way to foreshadow how strong Ichi can be once his own strength gets stronger and adds on Ororo's boost.
Now that you mention Uroro, is this the first chapter where that nigga has not even like said
Yeah.
anything or been in a single panel, like drawing
Yeah.
wise?
Yeah,
I think so.
Where is bro ass?
sleeping.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
he cat napping.
Yeah, I don't think he's on a single page. I do want to say I'm pretty sure I called it though last
No.
week with the mushroom guy. I was saying what if he didn't realize what he was doing? Like he's not like killing people on purpose. He's just kind of making these mushrooms, and if they fall, they fall. But he's not like I hate humans, so he like
I mean, I
he
think
doesn't.
No, sorry, keep going.
I was just saying, what if he's like, he doesn't realize he's causing harm or whatever. So it's like he doesn't think of himself as a hero hater, but he's been flagged because like he is still causing people to die or whatever eventually.
Right. Like, sorry, bro, you just don't realize like how fucking annoying you are, and that's enough for us to hunt your goofy ass.
Yeah. That or I mean, just like these big ass mushrooms, like if one of these bitches fall over, it's like crushing the town, It's
Oh
just
yeah, true. But
they're
he's like,
cooked.
dude, everybody loves mushrooms, don't they? And it's like, nigga,
Yeah.
you're only saying that because you're a mushroom. Get over yourself.
Yeah. And fucking mycelium bats. Do people make bats out of mushrooms? Like he's talking about making them into bats. Is that a
Yeah, this
that
has
a
got to be
thing?
like a mushroom enthusiast kind of thing.
Also-
like the oh,
Sorry, keep going. Sorry, I interrupted again. Sorry.
get it together, buddy. No, I didn't have anything
try.
to say. Yeah, do your thing. Yeah.
Okay. No, I just want to say how we had a really nice, funny scene where they're looking for the magic and it's just chilling on Kamugi's shoulder
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
he's
that's
just
good.
the
right
entire
there.
time.
He's just
That was- that
a
was
scared little guy. He's a chill dude for real.
He's just a chill bro, dog. Just
That's
a chill guy.
foreshadowing. The
Oh,
mushrooms on
wait.
her shoulder, that's going to be hers.
Oh, I like that. But
Well-
I mean, they made a point to say like, hey, only me or you can hunt this thing. So like
Yeah.
that could be, like a certain like kind of like ironic setup for a subversion leading into Kamugi being the one who accidentally, hunts the magic and successfully and then nobody wins or whatever.
Yeah.
But
I could see it happen in a way where Kamugi gets it, but
we
she
said
like
that last
says,
time and then
no,
it
no,
didn't
no, no,
happen.
no, no, no,
so-
no, no. I was gonna say in this case she gets it, but she like lets Ichi like pretend. So it's like she tells the mushroom to sit on Ichi's shoulders, and then like Togi Ice thinks that Ichi beat it or something. And
Oh
then,
yeah,
like, when
maybe
Togi Ice
Toga
looks
Ice is
away,
like down the street or something and doesn't see like the successful hunting of the magic
Yeah.
happen. And then at the last minute, she's like, yo, hold on, I'm about to put this on your shoulder and act like you got it.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then Toga Ice like finally pulls up like, oh, you won
Yeah.
the contest?
He's like, yeah, I totally got hunted by this kid. You should go on home now.
Yeah.
So
I
my
can see
question is, why this mushroom got an umbilical cord?
Because he fully, bro, he locked in.
Because he's a fucking mama's boy, dude.
Like,
what the
every-
fuck? You got a problem with mama's boys?
Look, I'm just pointing it out because every panel you see him in, he's got a umbilical cord connected to another mushroom.
It's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
stem.
Yeah, that's
Maybe,
like
uh,
that's the condition for successful captures to like
Oh,
summon
yeah.
that thing, right?
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's just
But maybe there is gonna be a mommy shroom, yeah.
yeah. It's like sorry about my weird ass son. He be out here doing shit and not realizing how annoying he is. Go ahead and hunt this nigga real quick so
Or
I can go back to my life without
Yeah.
this weirdo.
I was just thinking of just big angry mom mushroom like Kangaskhan Khan or some shit. Like
That'd be fun.
No, I just like immediately thought of that like Futurama episode where they like go act out like Star Trek seasons on a weird ass planet where there's like a cosmic cloud that's like making them be William Shatner and like fucking all of the other cast members of Star Trek. I don't know if I like God, it's been so long since I've seen that episode. But at the end of it, or whatever, you find out that like that cosmic cloud that made them do all that shit was just like an adolescent, and then his mom pulls up and was like, "Yo,
Oh yeah, I
sorry about
remember
my weird ass kid,
that.
bro. We going back to the crib now. All right, peace."
I didn't remember any of that until you got to the cloud part. I was like, oh yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah.
I do remember that. But no, Mushroom Dude's fun, man. He's like, fucking mushrooms are worshipped as gods and shit. Everybody offers up the holy ritual shroom dance at least once a week. He's like, bro, nobody does that, dog. Like, what are you talking about? This guy's fun, yo. Like they keep finding fun magics, and it's just like I just wish
It
I had
makes
like
me
a
feel
time
like
machine.
some of these magics, like this one specifically, like makes me feel like there's like somebody in Osamu Nishi's life that was just like way too into mushrooms, like weirdly
surprised.
into mushrooms, like more than anyone else. And it was just like, bro, like how come every time we meet up at this bar, you always trying to like go on some kind of rant about like your mushroom obsession, bro? Like I'm about to turn you into a comic book character now for that.
That does remind me there is actually a manga about mushroom characters that I planned on making a video about. I probably still will do it eventually, but all the characters in the universe are mushrooms, and like
Oh,
they're
I know what you're talking
separated.
about.
Yeah, they're separated into poisonous and non-poisonous mushrooms, and they are like beefing. So it's like a racism thing, and like
oh,
the
cool.
poisonous mushrooms are like,
Just trying to live for real, and they can't help that they, give
yeah,
off
like
weird ass spores that kill people.
yeah, and then there's a lot of like revenge, and my family was killed by poisonous mushrooms, and there's people they're like the mushrooms are like going to war and hunting each other and shit. It's crazy. It's good,
That
but
sounds cool.
that's what this reminded me of.
So
After
wait a
what you just
minute.
said.
So as far as the umbilical cord goes, like, is it attached to a specific other mushroom that just like follows him around, or because he's bouncing around like through this mushroom forest, but is always like connected to another mushroom? Like, does the umbilical cord like transfer from like mushroom to mushroom, or like is the umbilical cord like extending as he runs through the forest, like, from the original mushroom that it's connected to? Because it's like you're kind of like telling us like, oh, we don't have to chase you. We just have to like run up on the mushroom you're connected to and like sever it.
No,
And like,
it
yeah,
looks
it
like
has to
it changes.
transfer. Yeah.
Because like
Yeah,
if
like
you
when
look
That's just such a
on,
weird thing to like visualize in like a static, visual storytelling like medium like manga. It's like I feel like I need to see this in motion in order to like fully understand it, because it's like it's disconnecting and reconnecting to whatever
yeah,
mushroom he just so happens to land on. That's like weird
yeah.
as shit.
Maybe it's like a phone charger. Like he's in a room, and there's 4 plugs in a room. He's got his phone charger, and he plugs it in one, and then he bounces off the wall, goes to the other wall, and plugs his phone
Oh,
charger in.
sure,
So it's like
sure.
he's disconnecting and reconnecting to every mushroom he comes in contact with, I think.
yeah, because like
Okay.
if you look at
Makes
the
sense.
third page from the end, he's connected to like a white mushroom, and then on the double spread, he's connected to a black mushroom.
Hmm.
Yeah.
How it
Yeah,
got there, I don't know.
He's a shroomy guy. Yeah. Is this on this last page though? Like, what is this? His tears? Like when I saw this, I was like, is that
Yeah.
like a slug eye or something? Like, what's
No,
going
it's
on
just
here? Yeah.
tears.
Okay, so
Yeah,
bro is
because it
crying.
it shows why.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. He's a fun guy, but I don't know. I can't, like I was saying, I can't wait for this like more chapters, because I really want to see where this is going to be in like 30 chapters. And like I feel like there's been opportunities for some of these other magics to be given to like Kamugi or something. It's like, is he just going to keep is he just going through like an Ash Ketchum phase where he's just he's getting his Caterpie, his Pidgeotto, and his fucking he caught like his first Pokemon was Mewtwo, and so now it's just like he's just catching the rest of his party, and he's just gonna do battle with his 5 or 6 magics that he caught, or like what's gonna happen? Like how often is he gonna use the mushroom magic?
Nah, he gets everything. Kamugi doesn't get shit.
Bro, come on, man, don't do Kabuki
I'm
like that.
sad.
Mhm.
I need Kamugi to get her dubs, bro, her
Me too.
W's.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, let's see. Looking back, because we kind of started at the middle of the chapter and then jumped to the end. Yeah, Ichi doesn't even know that he's in a contest. Yeah, he's like, news to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
the
he
stars wanted to
wasn't
wait
paying
till they were
attention to
starting.
he wasn't paying attention to the mirror conversation.
Oh no,
He
they
went
weren't
off.
part of the conversation.
No, he
Yeah, I
was
don't even think they were.
there, but he
No, they were
just
observing him, but he wasn't part of the conversation. The Scarus was.
Yeah, I don't think he was. Yeah, I don't think he saw the conversation. I don't think he was even like aware. Like maybe he saw like Discaris was on the phone or whatever type shit through the mirror, but I don't think he was really paying attention. Probably just thought it was like something going on with them while him and Kamugi were like cooking up food or something.
Oh yeah, at the beginning of the last chapter, it shows Kamugi and Ichi in a mirror, and then Discaris in a mirror, and Ichi's mirror says "on standby," and Discaris says "remoting in." So
Yeah.
no, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hate to see it, but it's gotta happen sometimes.
Yeah.
But so this page where he caught the fucking where he stabbed the wolf and caught the rabbit at the same time, that shit was dope.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'm fucking with this real hunter shit.
Yeah, don't forget I'm nasty with the hunting shit, bruh.
Yeah, so he's talking about he's not gonna be outdone on a hunt, and I guess he's gonna try and hunt her while she hunts Thing, and then he's gonna sneak up and hunt Mushroom or something. I don't know. This can go a lot of ways.
You think Miroku staff bro is gonna like interfere with this contest in some way, or do you think that Nishi is gonna let that plot thread dangle until like after this arc?
I think it'll dangle, and then like Ichi, Ichi's kind of got like a lot going on right now, and then like I think after this arc, 3 or 4 chapters into the next arc, he'll like, oh shit, like the fucking that guy I saw or whatever.
Wait.
Yeah, like he'll remember it.
What if? So let's say he is from like a rival faction that isn't, like witches. What if this is like a Shinigami Quincy type relationship between their organizations? So the witches capture the magics, and then whatever group he's with kills them.
All right, you lost me, my nigga. Bleach reference is pissing me off.
Nah, you gotta get with it. So
I see.
Shinigamis, they fucking purify souls, send them to the Soul Society, while Quincy's completely eradicate them, which upsets the balance. I can see it going some way like that.
Yeah.
Well,
so
why
he
don't
might
you go talk to fucking Snooty about this, and you guys can sit in the room and agree all day.
No,
I don't think he knows Snooty ass. Do you know Snooty?
No, I've talked to him like 3 times maybe.
Nobody knows Snooty. He has no friends. No, I'm kidding.
Damn,
Anyway.
he getting cooked right now.
But no. So I can't see it going that way. And then like he does show back up towards the end of this hunt, and he just obliterates the mushroom magic.
Because he's hunting the mushroom magic for like his own reasons associated with like his organization. Maybe. Okay, I can see that.
They're more like radical and severe with it. He's like, Ichi's about to like capture it or whatever. Hey, you're gonna be my mushroom magic friend, and he's like, fucking Kamehameha, blow that shit off the planet. Yeah.
Honestly,
another successful magic exterminated.
He about to fucking pull his sleeve off and open up that wind tunnel. I need the fucking Miroku reference to go full circle here.
Yeah, suck him up. Huh?
not the immediate from himself.
Why y'all get quiet? Yeah.
Oh, that's on you, Yato.
He said, "Suck him up, huh?"
Nah, yeah, I'm ready to see what Buddy got going on though. These sleeves and shit. You looking too drippy, man. I see what that drip about. Got the eyes of a hunter.
I need bro to have like barrier techniques and fucking, cleanses and debuffs and snares and shit. Like I need him to just have like a really cool kit. That's
fucking
like,
talisman and shit.
Yeah, diametrically opposed to the more orthodox style of magic application that we've seen from Mantonel so far. I think that would be so sick.
That'd be really, really cool. Dude, they're just a secret society of characters of men who are like the exact opposite of witches, but they do the same thing, just a different. They have a different way of going about it.
Because really you have like the magics as we know them are like these sentient beings that have certain power sets associated to them, and they have trials and conditions for capture that allow you to then tap into whatever kind of energy that they put out. But like, is it possible that there's other areas of this magic system related to like self-training and like, personal aura that allows you to manifest supernatural abilities without, having to run into another sentient being and defeating them? I think that would be a really cool dynamic to explore inside of the power system.
So I got 2 ongoing theories. I just told y'all the first one, where he is from a alternate faction that just destroys magics. My second theory is that this is some sort of super evolved magic that can like take a human form.
Magic? Oh, you think bro is a humanoid magic?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's pretty
Man,
good.
fuck you. I wish I thought of that shit.
Yeah, and like he turned around because he sensed like Uroro's presence or something. Is like, nah, I couldn't have been. And then he just keeps going.
Oh, dude, that'd be so sick.
Yeah. Oh, what if he's like a follower of Uroro? Like he's like a worshiper or something. He's like he felt Uroro's presence and
It's
is
like, oh, is that my goat for real? Nah.
Yeah. He turns. He's
I'll
like, wait.
kill you and take him back.
Or he like knows he can feel it. Like Ororo's in this town somewhere. He goes looking, and then he walks past Ichi. And he's like, "Wait, that kind of felt like him." And he looks back, and he's like, "Nah."
Dude, maybe that's the reason Uroro's not in this chapter.
Okay. We might be cooking.
Oh, god damn it.
We might be cooking collectively without weeb
Oh.
collectively.
Look, I just be throwing theories at the wall, and sometimes they stick.
Yeah.
Not without us,
sometimes-
though.
Sometimes they get taken. Add
No.
some seasoning on that.
These are recorded. We got receipts. I can take claim of any theory I make because I can go back and be like, hey, I said it first.
It was
You
a
know?
fucking team effort, buddy. That's why we're all fucking teamed up together on this show.
But I put that idea into your head.
We splitting the W.
Yeah, we split it 4 ways.
I get a
Three
V, y'all can
Vs.
split the
Nah.
last V.
Everybody gets a slant.
I get the
Wait.
forward slash at least.
Why does Greek get a slant?
True.
Oh,
No
okay.
slants for weeb, yeah.
Fine. Do what you want.
now,
No
now the
slants.
W just looks like a fucking like trending upward stock.
Yeah, money. Because we got money theories. Nah, I like that. Yeah, he's got to be something, man. He's one of these is gonna be a thing. If none of the theories we just spat out and threw at the wall come true, like we're washed, we're cooked,
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
We just
I
pack it up.
personally like my idea that this human, not magic, is just using a different area of the power system specific to personal aura and training rather than magic hunting. But we'll see how it plays out. I'm sure you guys. You know.
So my first theory kind of coincides with that because if they run around destroying magics, they got to use magic other than magics.
No, that's
Unless-
not. No, you're trying to. No, you're.
No,
That is
I'm
not
not.
what that is not what that has to mean.
Okay,
Actually,
how
they can
would he-
definitely still use other magics in order to accomplish whatever their faction's goals are.
I said
Yeah.
that they just destroyed magics. I didn't say anything about capturing them. I said, what if they
Oh.
just
Yeah, he did
destroy
say
them?
destroyed. But I think
But
that
now you're
works
trying to
if,
retroactively apply my theory to that first
Nope.
vague idea that you had, and I'm
That-
not going for that.
That
shit.
was not vague. What do you
It
mean?
was.
I had a
Oh,
whole
yeah.
idea for their faction and what their focus is. I
But
just
not how
didn't
their
say.
magic works specifically.
So
And now
our
that
two
I said
theories
my
work
shit,
together. Let's take the
No.
W together on that one.
Fine, fine.
he got blueprints, man. You can't come at him, bro. He got like that shit laid out on the fucking his city
We'll
map
run the
back,
tape
yo.
later.
He got the fucking like Charlie meme from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah,
with
bro,
all
he's
of the
going
fucking
crazy.
yarn attached to thumbtacks.
He's
Yeah.
going crazy on that board right now.
Yeah, hold
No,
on.
but yeah, I could see it being a thing where like his faction is going around and killing, and like they're so secretive and good at what they do that even the magics don't know they exist. They just get wiped out, and like no magic has ever lived to like say like, hey, there's another threat other than witches out here capturing us. Like these guys are wiping us out.
To be fair, they would have to have some sort of different power system if they can bypass magic trials in order to eradicate them. Because
Yeah,
we already know they can't
oh,
die.
Or they could just
Sure,
destroy their
sure.
crystals.
Oh,
Well, I mean,
yeah.
it-
What if they
I
just
think-
do that?
Yeah.
They could have a way through it, kind of like piercing through like their defenses or something, some other form, or just maybe it could just be like I forget what series we were talking about last episode, but Knox was bringing up like the mantra thing for One Piece, and it's like that was just the hockey or whatever. So it could be like they could be doing magic, but it could be called another thing when they do it and they don't like see it as magic or whatever.
Right,
Maybe.
right.
So
They
so it
call
could
it like
be-
sorcery or something.
Chakra.
yeah, but essentially it like boils down to using some sort of elemental ability that was granted somehow or whatever. I don't know. Maybe they're doing it some other way or fucking channeling the magic scientifically or something. I don't know, but we'll find out soon, or maybe we won't, because this might Nishi is definitely looking at Iruma. They sprinkle plot threads in that series a lot, and then don't touch back on them for there's been some
Yeah,
stuff
they
we
wait
didn't
to
see.
pay him off for like arcs
Yeah.
and arcs at a time.
Yeah, there's been a couple things in Iruma that I didn't see for 50, 60 chapters. So they are not shy to do the One Piece thing. You know, we get a Viva card or whatever, and then don't see what that shit fucking does for 200 chapters or whatever. So
Yeah.
I can see it happening.
Yeah.
A lot of cool Ichi faces remind me a lot of Aruma here. So a lot of Aruma talk is gonna happen every week here because Aruma is great, and you
It's
know, I love it.
appreciated. We're getting season
Yeah.
4.
Oh hell yeah! I think I'm gonna have to
Hey.
start. I'm gonna have to start talking about Aruma on my channel or something because that shit's fucking peak goodness. But
I'll throw
anyway,
it in there.
yeah. But for this chapter, I think I am freshly squeezed. What about you, Weber?
I'm good. I can't wait to see them hunt some mushrooms.
Okay, okay. Traff.
Spent.
Huh?
I'm spent.
Oh, Spence. I thought you said int. I was like, eh. And Knox.
Yeah, my sack is drained, bro.
Crazy. Okay.
Alright.
That's gonna do it for Ichi the Witch chapter 12, 12th Hunt, the Kendake Magic. Now jumping into Astro Royale chapter 31, Karma. Knox, take it away.
Yeah, my girl Kimpa really burninated this nigga, bro. Like with output like this, like bro, she shot this nigga in the chest with a fucking heat ray that simultaneously melted Hibaru and Reiri at the same time. Like your power is fire. Like your power is
Yeah.
heat. You know what I mean? Like your
Yeah.
shit is not invisibility anymore. Like your shit is actually just heat, and the invisibility is like a secondary like byproduct of that or something like that. Because like with output like this, my nigga, that's crazy.
Yeah, it just
There,
Yeah.
like imagine she just disappears, appears behind you, and then just fucking turns into like a solar flare and melts you from behind. You don't even know what hit you.
Yeah.
yeah, insane,
Like,
bro. You just fucking evaporated out of nowhere.
yeah, like you're actually broken as shit, lady. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, like if this was like a superhero show, they'd be like looking at her application, like you said your power was. No, you're not going on covert missions no more. You're on the main team now. Bring
Yeah.
your ass with the
Yeah.
Justice League, bro. What are you
Yeah,
thinking?
you're on the
Thinking
front line. Like, just
Yeah.
fucking evaporate these niggas. Like, why are you sneaking around and turning invisible when you're literally Johnny Storm for real? Like,
Mhm.
just melt people. What the fuck?
It's like, yeah, you're getting a pay raise and you're getting out on the field. You're gonna earn that money, but you're getting your ass out there on the field and you're doing work.
Yeah.
No more of this invisible shit, hiding and shit.
I
You're
also
melting
love
people.
how the revenge like aspect of Kinpa's victory here kind of goes like a full circle of like irony for this Himuro character because
Yeah.
his biggest point of trauma was his dumbass got too like, you know, too invested in his own like weird, like psychotic, like
Sense of justice.
yeah, sense of justice that he like blew himself up and burned himself, and now he's like ugly as shit with all of these burn scars, and then like Kinpa's power set specifically, you know, burns him. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like,
Thematic
yeah,
relevance.
yeah. So there's like layers, it's levels to this revenge plot. Like, not only did I whoop your ass, but I whooped your ass with like the one thing that you hate the most. That
Is it-
hard counters your
Other than
power set. There's
Yakuza.
like, yeah, there's like 3 levels to this revenge W.
Is it not fucking crazy that his gun, like it looks like his arm and everything just looks skinnier? Like I guess the
Right.
coils part they're like tangled up or something now, but like I feel like
Yeah.
his arm and shit just looks mad thin now. It's like did that heat hit you like that, bro? Like
I
that
think
shit
I
got you
think the
cracked
perk.
out,
Nah, I think the perk wore off or something. Like he took so much damage that the perk was just like, yeah, we not giving you no more power.
bro. He got the fiend
Yeah.
fingers already though. Like he
Yeah.
looking thin, bro. Like
Yeah, he looks like fucking Warlock from fucking New Mutants.
yeah, dog. Like he looks that arm looks sick. Like that shit do not look healthy, bro.
So I will say, last episode, I did say that because of Kimpa's powers, I'll give Kimpa her flowers. She did initially beat Himuro, but I did call last chapter that her power was going to melt everyone else, and then Hibaru was going to finish the fight, and it does look like it's going that way.
Team
yeah,
up
no, like
fights.
it's probably just gonna be a team effort for to close things
I
out,
guess-
right? Because like everyone is here.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess
big
the
amalgamation.
Yeah, like
Cronenberg was
Hibaru's
monster.
not gonna be like, you guys sit this one out. I'll fucking deal with this giant horror monster myself.
Nah, he's just
Yeah.
gonna punch the
Honestly-
shit out of it, and it's gonna go flying into the atmosphere.
Yeah, we're
He can
gonna
still
have
get hit by an
fucking
ice beam.
yeah, we're gonna have Kuran, turn into some like gorilla or some shit and like grab it by its legs and prevent its movement, and then Terasu's gonna fucking give him some like Mario platforms to jump off of, and then fucking Hibaru's gonna close it out with a fucking right hook or something like that. It's gonna be a team effort for sure.
Ooh.
Yeah, I can
Watch
see
What
him
if-
shooting.
Oh, what
Go
if
ahead.
Kimpa used her powers to refract the light around Hibaru's fist, and when he does that big attack, it also has a huge amount of heat, melting
Yeah.
the ice attacks upon
Wouldn't that
impact.
hurt? Wouldn't that hurt Hibaru too, though?
Mm,
Eh,
maybe.
He just fucking beasts
Maybe.
it. Like,
Unless
fuck it.
unless unless
be
he- unless Buddy is able to like give him like a fucking shield glove or whatever around his fist,
Oh,
and she can like
that too.
ignite that teamwork shit. But
Yeah,
I can
I mean, I
definitely
think-
see. Go ahead.
No, because like this conflict started with the team not having any teamwork whatsoever, and now we're ending this with a giant, like I said, Cronenberg boss fight. So I feel like if there's any chance to like add more in terms of like teamwork, or at least test this out, now's actually a surprisingly good time to do so.
Yeah, this design is crazy. Like, this is a Dark Souls boss, my nigga. What
did not-
happened to you?
Yeah,
So-
nuts.
I didn't expect body horror to be in his roadhouse.
Me
of art.
neither.
Nah.
Yeah.
This is hella freaky, and it happened. I feel like this is early to be showing something like this, but like it's not. I'm not mad at it. I did see somebody say like, "Where was this shit?" So many X amount of chapters ago, Wakui, and I'm like, no one ate a fucking daybreak ore until now.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
Where
what do
did
you-
he even get that from, though?
That was the original one, I think.
No, because what's his face took
Oh,
it.
their family member had it, so I think this is something.
So
This is the one that the government
villain,
had.
the villain from the last arc, I can't remember his name right now, but from the Volume 3 cover or whatever, he went and got his own Daybreak ore. But then I'm pretty sure the one that Himuro has is the one that he took from Kinpo's family when they like, finalized the research on it or whatever, right?
Yeah, that could be it.
Who
Yeah.
who was with so when dude came to get it from I forget the guy's name from the family, when he came to steal the ore, was Himuro not with him? Who was with him?
The
I
second
can't remember.
command.
The
Okay,
second in
yeah,
command.
like
Isn't that the nigga that got a hole blown through his chest in the
No.
last arc?
No, the guy that can make a door out of nowhere.
Door.
okay, so door guy,
Blue
they
no
got out of
ass.
there.
Yeah.
Dude ass, yeah. So I don't know, man. Yeah, so I guess he had a second one. I mean, they were making these shits. I guess.
I mean, like if it all comes from like a huge fucking asteroid that entered the atmosphere, like little pieces of that are going to break off inside of like the entry,
Re-entry.
atmospheric entry. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like you're gonna get little tiny daybreak ore pieces that break off from like the big body asteroid that originally entered our space or whatever. So it makes sense that there would be multiple, fragments of daybreak ore.
Yeah, and he does say, she says, you stole that from my mom. So yeah, he had one, and then other dude had something. Yeah, the asteroid enhancement drug is a prototype made from daybreak ore. The pill is 1,000 times less potent. So yeah, he's got this.
1,000 times less is so crazy.
Yeah, that was a number he didn't have to give us. He could have just said 10.
Like you could have said 10, 100, and again we would have. But like 1,000, bro. Like
I guess he is showing us. He got hella heads and shit now. His bad faces on that body.
we just got to see his like ice output now, because it's like if it's 1,000 times stronger. Like when you had that big gun arm, bro, which was like low key giving like Angel Arm from Trigun vibes. Like you have this fucking huge Buster Cannon like shooting ice like everywhere these last couple of chapters. Like now that you're in this fucking crazy like Elden Ring boss form, like. Whatever, the first Scotty's kiss that you shoot out should just win the fight. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, it should just freeze the entire ocean.
That's what I'm saying.
There should be no one within like a 100-mile like radius should be able to escape this ice. Yeah.
I will say this form reminds me of like Resident Evil, like the T virus, how it always evolves people into like a giant monstrosity. That's what this reminds me of.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Some freak nasty shit. He got hella ribs and teeth and faces and excuse me, he's got wings. He's got like wing, bro. He's got wings and like fucking ice volcanoes on his back, like
Right.
6 arms, bro.
He's
Bro
bleeding
got-
from his eyes and mouth and never got hit in the face. This nigga's dying in like 30 seconds, bro.
yeah,
He's
this
got
is
one Scotty's
yeah.
kiss left. He better win with that.
So I
or
wonder
he's
though, like
done.
when they do cook him, like if his body disintegrate, I'm imagining now, like they beat him somehow, his body just all freezes up and then shatters or whatever, and then the Daybreak ore is just gonna be on the ground.
Oh,
Yeah, now
sure.
we got
Maybe
this.
maybe his power kind of like runs away from him and ends up like he ends up defeating himself by like trying to shoot out like an ice beam and just like accidentally freezing himself. Or maybe your powers don't work on yourself. I don't know if that's the rules. But like I
Yeah.
could definitely see it being something like that. But I definitely can't see him going back into a human form. Like he's dying this ugly.
Yeah, I don't see him
Yeah.
becoming human. Not after his like motivation was given to us and stuff. Which I feel like the pacing here was just fast. Like I like what we got. I like his like demon form, but I still feel like his reasoning and like all this stuff happened fast. Like the other guys, Karan and what's the other dude's name? A fucking other kid. Like I feel like they pulled up fast. I mean, what was the name?
Terasu.
Yeah, Terasu. I feel like when I saw them, I was like, oh yeah, this shit's about to be over. Like this arc's wrapping up because like that just confirms that like yeah, his buddies are not gonna get back up and continue to fight either. So like they're probably dead, or maybe they'll like come get revenge later. But I don't know. His whole backstory is just.
I think the writing was fine for it. It's like, yo, you Yotsurugi motherfuckers killed my dad, and then we get the flashback, and it's like, oh, they didn't actually kill my dad. They actually like helped my dad, but then he killed himself.
This
But
was
like
legit.
I'm still angry, like, and I need somewhere to place my blame, or place the blame for this. So I'm just going to like irrationally continue to target the Yakuza to make myself feel better. And like there's just no redeeming qualities here. You
I
just
think
like didn't know.
Got twisted and twisted.
The writing itself is good. I just feel like it's still just like one chapter too soon to me. Everything that happened, I feel like could have happened like like there could have been a little more fighting or something. But I mean, maybe they're gonna fight Freak Nasty for 2 chapters. I don't know.
I do. It does feel like Wakui is trying to wrap up this arc, like full-heartedly. It's very possible he's like, okay, maybe I didn't make it as exciting as I could have. Let's wrap up the story segment of it and then move on to what else I want to try and do. Because I do think that while I did like Kenpa's stuff, I think we can all agree that focusing on the conflict between the Yotsurugi family was definitely like the best part of the series so far.
Yeah. When it focused on the Yotsurugis, it was in its prime. Kenpa stuff's great, but yeah, the actual family element is where it shined. Hopefully, he'll be able to write more like conflicts that don't involve the Yotsurugis in it. It's better than this. But like Yotsurugi family stuff is where it shined. But I don't know if this arc was 7 or 10 chapters long, I would say I enjoyed all but like 3. So that's still like a 70%. That's still good.
Yeah, it's good. It's passing grade, I think, still.
Yeah. And then
it's fine.
But yeah, him taking up this revenge after basically getting his dad killed, like his dad killed himself because he was fucking around in the business is crazy. It's like bro didn't blame himself.
Oh no, it's my fault. Well, I'm still mad at these niggas anyway because I'm not taking any fucking L's. Fuck
so
that.
The interesting part about that is he probably would have blamed himself, but his dad's last words told him not to, and he felt the need to blame someone. If his dad wouldn't have said, "Don't blame yourself," he probably wouldn't have had this hate boner for the Yakuza.
No, that's good shit. Yeah,
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's just like that's your dad's obviously gonna say like don't blame yourself. That's like there's no way he could have knew that like his son was gonna become a fucking sick son of a bitch afterwards. It's just crazy to see him go through this path. But yeah, I don't know. Even thawing out everybody, I felt like happened quick. Like I was like, oh man, like heating him up, and maybe the fight continues, and then like somebody gets thawed out by mistake, like later after like more of the fighting has happened. But everybody's out. It's all good. It's like 9v1.
Yeah, like you didn't even need to thaw these niggas out. Like you have crazy damage output. Like just burninate this nigga again. Like just shoot another beam at him. Yeah, like I don't give a fuck how big this dude's body is. Like you're fucking Human Torch.
Another thunderbolt.
Another Thunderbolt.
Yeah, just keep hitting them with them shits, yo. But
Raichu, another body slam.
the big ass boots, yeah.
It's like the most New York ass nigga ever.
Yeah, Lieutenant
Brooklyn.
Surge was a real nigga, yeah.
Real
Thank you,
life.
Joey Wheeler.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, but I mean, good chapter. I feel like it was a good chapter, but
Yeah, it was good.
just
Yeah,
just some
solid.
things that I feel like could have been paced.
I think
Like
we're just
the
ready
things
for
that
this
happened
arc
were
to
good.
be over. So like,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
doing good things is just going to be like, yeah, it was good, but I'm still mad about how much I didn't enjoy
Mm.
this arc. So let's go to the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next one's probably gonna cook because I feel like what Kui knows, like it's. I don't think it's just us who like felt the downs from this arc or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
We got
yeah.
niggas in our comment section saying like, why are you reviewing this garbage? So we're definitely not
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah. I feel like that guy probably just doesn't read it either, though. He's just like, you
Yeah.
guys. I listened to your opening, and you didn't mention the one manga that I do read, but you mentioned 8 that I don't, and I hate it.
And I'm mad.
Why don't you guys review all these popular things? It's like, bro, if we cared about like reviewing stuff that everybody read, then it'd just be One Piece, fucking Hunter x Hunter, and fucking we wouldn't be talking about half of this shit if we
Right.
were just making content to talk about stuff that everybody likes. We'd be talking about
Exactly.
Dragon Ball, motherfucker.
Yeah, we'd be hitting Boruto in
Boruto.
here like once every 4
Yeah.
episodes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, bro, we're not doing this just to talk about stuff that everybody likes. Like,
Yeah.
this is, if these stories like Astro Royale, stick around and end up here for, 2-3 years, it'll be nicer on our, podcast resume that we've been talking about it for 2 years versus like, oh, these guys just hopped on it, after it
Because
got
it
hot.
was cool now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Same
no,
with
we've been here.
Galaxis, too.
We've been here, baby.
And
Yeah,
we want
this-
to shine light on some of the more obscure titles because like in our area of manga discussion it seems like people have like tunnel vision for like one magazine and only like a couple of the most popular titles from that magazine, and it's like there's huge conversational value inside of so many other stories across publication lines, and like everybody only wants to talk about like 3 things. So it's like, no, look at how much content there is and like how much discussion value there is for all of these things that you fucking decided to ignore because it didn't have a bunch of hype behind it. You know what I mean?
Let me get on my
expand your fucking horizons, dude. Like, holy fuck.
The amount of times I see people be like, oh, Shonen Jump is cook, and meanwhile they throw in like Attack on Titan, Fire Force, and that collage. Like, Shonen Jump's cook. These series aren't in Jump. What the hell are you talking about? You don't know anything.
Not only do people like not know the difference between these publication lines, they just assume that any fucking manga only belongs to one, and it's just like, bro, like,
it's
why?
not Marvel and DC when it comes to manga.
Yeah.
Let me get on my soapbox real quick because Ranger Reject is not a flop. Like, just because you watched the first episode or the first season of the anime and you saw people complaining about the quality of it, that does not mean it's a flop. This manga is amazing. Read it. Educate yourself.
Not only is it amazing and give us and anybody who reads it a lot to talk about like week to week, but like I'm pretty sure the sales are jumping out the gym for Ranger Reject over in Weekly Shonen Magazine.
I think it's decent for a weekly Shonen Magazine because Shonen Magazine doesn't like, they have their outliers like fucking Tokyo Revengers that does fucking JJK numbers, but for the most part, like, they're not like, Weekly Shonen Magazine is not frequently pumping out like 100,000 volume sales series. It's like that shit happens every once in a while, and everything else is just doing their numbers. And Ranger has been existing for 15 volumes now. It's doing what it needs to do, and it's got, like you said, it's giving us a lot to talk about. And it's like, why would you want a podcast to talk about the same thing you hear from 6 other podcasts? You listen to 6 to 10 other YouTubers, and they're all releasing fucking reviews for One Piece. You don't need an 11th One Piece reviewer. Why not have somebody talk about something different? Nope.
Right.
Maybe you can find somebody reading Galaxius, but like, drop them in the comments. Let me know who's reviewing Galaxius each week. Who's other than Weeb?
That ain't
reviewing?
Here.
That ain't here. Like, why not? Why not have something different for people who, we're doing something for people who don't have anywhere to go. Like,
exactly.
Who's Like, who's reviewing Ranger Reject Weekly? I can tell you, there's only one.
Yeah. It's like, but like, yeah, we might not be reviewing the most popular thing, but somebody appreciates that, like, they can come here and listen to a conversation about the manga that they like. We don't have to be the 30th person reviewing a series, and then like the conversation is just like, yep, that was fire, so let's talk about the next series.
Yeah, like the point of this podcast is for us to discuss 9 different manga, and we don't expect everyone that stops by to, watch the complete video, because there's going to be some manga that maybe they haven't read, but maybe they'll tune into a part for like 5 minutes and they're like, "Oh, this manga seems cool." And then they go and start reading it, and then they're like, "Yeah, I'm caught up." Seeing someone say, "Yeah, I'm caught up because of your podcast," is a highlight for us.
Yeah. And like, we're not like fucking clout hungry weirdos that just like chase trends and shit like that. We're trying to, show people the conversational power of some of these like underrepresented and slept on series that we enjoy and like talking about. You know what I mean? And if you guys are reading these shits too, then pull up and hear, get a different opinion on it or whatever. Like, that's something that is so valuable to me in my experience with manga, is how much more I appreciate certain stories that I read, because there's a community that is focused on discussing them weekly and showing, things that I didn't notice myself reading it alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, I really enjoyed this chapter, but now I enjoy this chapter 3 times more because 4 other people like introduced like ideas that I would have never came to the conclusion, to myself reading it, by myself. And now I just appreciate the whole series a lot more because other people's opinions and input kind of like shine light on things that went over my head or that, flew under my radar. You know what I mean? Like, that is such a good feeling, to realize that something that you were already enjoying is actually that much better, and you couldn't have found that out by yourself. You know what I mean?
And I've definitely already had at least like 3 people like tell me specifically, like, yeah, I'm catching up on this thing so that I can watch the whole. Like, there's people who might only listen to like 4 of the segments, but they're telling, they're messaging like, yeah, I'm catching up on fucking Centuria right now so I can listen to the Centuria segment or whatever. Like, people are catching up.
That's the best comment to see.
Yeah, it's like, yo, I love that. Like, join. I can't wait for you to join us and be here. Give us theories and tell us when we miss shit, because that's a great feeling. So yeah. That was a little ramble, but had to be said, man, because like, some people don't get it, man. We're not just chasing hype, bro. Trying to build something.
This just came to me while we were talking. We can just make this our channel trailer. This whole conversation about why we made this podcast in the first place.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. I was gonna wait until we were done with the segment and say that, but it's cool. So we can like time stamp this or make a separate video with this or whatever. But if you're here for Astro Royale, chapter 31, you just heard you heard a lot that was unrelated to Astro Royale. But you're welcome, baby. Got a little bit inside our skulls right there.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm all asteroided out, with chapter 31. What about you, Knox?
My fucking God.
He's steroided out.
I'm all shriveled up, G.
What you, Traff?
Scrumpled.
And Weep? Crumpled.
I've had enough staring at a Cronenberg for one night.
Okay, and that's going to do it for chapter 31 of Astro Royale. We are all perked out. And now jumping into Kagurabachi, chapter 58.5, a bonus chapter that I'm not going to say no names, but some people / persons was thinking about skipping this, and I said, no, sirree. Anyway, Weeb, we're going to let you lead off. What's your thoughts?
Well, first, this chapter actually gives us insight on the day Sojo was going to go get Cloud Gouger, and we learn he is very hygienic. He's respectable to people. He gives credit where credit is due, and he tries to not make as much of a mess when he's massacring people when they're disturbing him during his bath.
Yeah, he loves killing nigga in the bath. Killing niggas in the bath, bro. Like, that's like his thing.
It's their fault. Hey, it's their fault for disturbing him while he's taking a bath.
Yeah, like, who disturbs a dude while he's taking a bath?
Yeah, like, this is my me time. I just think it's funny that that's like his modus operandi. He's done this like multiple times now.
I do like how this kind of paints him as being OCD oriented because everything has to go a specific way. He's got to have a specific shampoo for a specific time of the year. And it all, like if it doesn't go right, he's expecting to have a bad day. So that is an interesting characterization for him.
Yeah, no, for sure. I definitely wasn't expecting him to be like this particular about like such mundane things, considering he's like, a psychopathic fucking serial murderer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
I
mean,
can
like,
see this getting it.
that's the kind of shit. I mean, like, it's very like, what's the nigga's name from American Psycho? Jason Bateman or whatever. Christian Bale's character,
Yeah.
or whatever. He had a very like particular
Jason
kind
Bateman.
of like, what, or is that not it?
No, it's not. Jason Bateman is
Oh, that's the Ozark nigga, ain't it?
Yeah. Hell
What am
no.
I thinking of?
It's Batman.
Yeah, Christian Bale. But what's
Christian
his
Bale,
character's name in American Psycho?
I don't remember.
Anyway, that nigga had a very, particular, characterization too, as far as like his daily routine. He's got like a morning routine. He'll go like work out, then he'll go like flex in the mirror for a little bit, and he's like obsessed with fucking business cards and like, like he's got that quirky shit going on with him too. So like maybe this is just on brand for psychopaths. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean this chapter was really good to me, man, because it's like Sojo was a fan favorite character. Like everybody loves Sojo, and this was for most people Sojo, his arc, his conclusion, and all the raw moments and hype, and the philosophies and shit, shooting the shit back and forth with Chihiro, and the tea scene and all that stuff. This is what got a lot of people like locked in. Like Sojo's character is what drew, I want to say, a solid. A lot of people were in it, but like. When Sojo showed up,
there wasn't a meme.
Yeah, Sojo is where it was like, all right, this is real shit. This isn't just edgy swordsman doing cool stuff. Sojo was the guy, and this is great. This is basically, this is the type of chapter, that people complain about not having, 100 so chapters in. This is like, a while back, me and Knox, we were talking at some point, like, if the Chainsaw Man anime, like we wish that there would have been like a moment where like we would have saw like Kobeni like just washing her car or something in like an OVA episode or something. This is that type of thing. This is a special episode, and it's like I appreciate this because you get to see like the shit that goes on in this dude's mind. He's like, when we saw him before, in the bath, we never knew that there was like a fucking sunroof in the bath, and he's like looking up and thinking, he's here until it gets dark or whatever. He's just thinking about his day, letting his troubles like rinse off in the bath or whatever. And he's very particular about even the milk. He's getting fucking pissed off about like not having fruit flavored milk.
He's like, where my strawberry milk set? This coffee garbage.
Yeah, it's like it goes a lot into his character. And then you see, how much he really fucked with, Rokuhira and these swords. Like on this like second to last page, the sword has like the little lovey bubbles. It's like the sword. It's like bro is really like thinking about this shit all day long, bro.
Yeah, I didn't even peep that the sword's got like Sailor Moon like background aesthetics. Panel art, yeah. He
was really fucking with fucking Chihiro's dad and these swords, man. Like that was like his, like Christmas is coming up. You fucking 8 years old. You're like, bro, I really hope there's an N64 under that fucking tree, bro. And it's like this is his 64, bro.
It's an N64.
Bro, this is his shit, yo. Your first game console. This is his first touch of real fucking power, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And dude's just fucking like on this last page. I like that he's like, so he was a psycho, but I like that
did we always see that his fucking like tattoo was like Venom symbiote like style, like all the way down his back going into his like thigh and shit. It was giving like crazy birthmark burn scar like type shit. Like that's just how he got tatted. Like this nigga's sick.
Yeah, I feel like we seen the dots on
what's
like
up
his
with
chest.
the eyes too. Like did he get that tatted under his eyes too? This nigga's a real weirdo, bro.
Yeah, the eyes, I don't know. If that's tats, that's crazy, bro. It's really sick.
Hey, what's wrong with the back tat?
I mean, the back tat's
like,
cool.
Just the way that like it's a blackout tattoo that like drips down his back like he got dipped in some fucking like hot fudge or some shit.
I'm just making sure there's no problem with back tats.
Or it's like what's it called?
You got a back tat?
I do.
What is it?
A wolf.
A wolf?
A wolf.
Type shit.
All right, I was. If it was anything other than a wolf, you would have got lit up. For a
Sailor
second there.
Moon.
Oh shit.
Oh.
No.
Okay. A little bit of,
Lycaon? Is it Lycaon?
No,
Is
it's
he-
just a wolf.
Oh hell nah.
you
not
caught up on
locked in for
Shangri-La?
me.
Yeah.
Do you know what like that? Okay. You locked
Oh,
in.
okay,
Okay.
okay,
He cool.
okay,
He cool.
anyway.
He at least knows.
Yeah.
I like that
One
weed
can
guy.
say- One can say there are two wolves inside Traffy.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god, no.
But he
Talk-
still don't got that dog in him.
Yeah. Got to
Wow.
get him on that on his talk less stack more type shit. Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, but yeah, good chapter, man. I was happy to see Sojo and like chapters
Yeah.
like this. It's like, man, it'd be nice if like we get some more like flashbacks because like I don't know, more Sojo is always nice. And when
Yeah.
they introduce like the sword master, he looks like Sojo, and I'm like, I hope similar to our Centuria conversations. My thing is always like, I hope this dude is not related to that guy because like.
Yeah.
I don't want there to be so many coincidences, man. So
Right,
like, I hope
right.
Swordmaster isn't related to Sojo, but he looks a lot like him.
This chapter just like made me like sad that Sojo's character was murdered now. You know what I mean? Like I want this motherfucker back in the story now, like type shit. And I know that that's probably what Hokuzono was kind of like going for. Like, remember this guy? Remember how much you liked him? Yeah, I wrote this guy. Yeah, here you go.
And then he killed him.
yeah. Like don't forget that I got characters like this like in the Duffy. You know what I'm saying? But like still, like I'm just like, man, I miss bro now.
It's like how Akutami, spoilers, kind of, got rid of a certain character, but kept teasing the fan base by just showing this character in flashbacks over and over again.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
And I mean, Sojo was kind of actually sort of like that. Like when Sojo, quote unquote, died, like as Chihiro and Shiba were walking away, another character like appeared there, and like when Shiba turned around, they were gone. And then like a few minutes later, the building like blew up, and then like Sojo had like he was trying to get the Datsenseki, and that stuff was it. So somebody came, got the Datsenseki, and then like blew up the lab or whatever. And then like the next day they were like, yeah, we confirmed Sojo's dead, but like this is a story with like fucking sorcery and stuff. Somebody could have faked his death. So like I feel like he might still be out there.
You talking
Or
about
like
Sojo?
Hope.
yeah.
How did the Cloud Gouger contract get separated then?
True. Yeah, I guess maybe he is dead. Or maybe there's some way that we don't know about. I don't know.
That
Because
nigga's
like
dead as fuck, bro.
No!
Cope.
I'm sorry.
No.
You know what would actually be with this chapter made me like crave?
Huh?
I would love to see like 0.5 spot bonus chapters of just Sojo's everyday life leading up to when he gets Cloud Gouger in between like batches of chapters. Whenever
Oh, dude, I would
wants to
love
release
that.
a chapter without super detailed artwork.
I mean, there's
I would
still
love
story.
that.
There's still story to tell because like Sojo did have like when he was first pulling up on Chihiro, like he was walking down the alley and he was like beating up some dude, and then Sojo had like a flashback where it was like I'm guessing it was Sojo. It was like a little kid with stringy hair just like him, and we could only see like from the back, and he like had his hand up in the air, and like a bunch of bodies were like raising up into the air, like it was like he was strangling them somehow. So something's there, and this only happened like in a Sojo scene, so it's like maybe we still got more backstory. Maybe Hokuzono is just gonna like every 50 chapters give us a little like Sojo fucking 0.5 chapter, and that'll
That'd be cool. And now you got me thinking like, what in the same vein, like I would also like for him to do this with Shiba's character too, like leading into like the first time we finally see him activate for real, like
Yeah.
not off screen, but in like a real like high stakes like battle that's focused like entirely on Shiba. I think that would do wonders to like build up his hype for that moment if we got like just everyday scenes like mundane type shit with Shiba leading up to that. I don't know. I just feel like I would love that.
Yeah.
This would actually make it Kagurabachi's version of the One Piece cover stories instead of it being singular image stories, it's just full mini chapters.
Yeah, I like that. And I
dope.
mean, when they're like this, I feel like this is enough. Like this is a chunky enough like 0.5 chapter that nobody like would complain. Like, yeah, we want to know what's gonna happen with Chihiro and Samura next chapter, but like it's Sojo, bro. How can I complain?
Exactly.
The thing is, it's also funny, like Seven Deadly Sins and Four Knights of the Apocalypse do this for like the volume releases a lot, almost every volume, or every 2 volumes. But my issue, that why I don't like it for that, but I like what Hokuzono is doing for right now for Kagurabachi to release this one, is that the issues that those bonus chapters are like crucial in terms of like fleshing things out for characters and mysteries and even some parts that could be helpful for character development.
Yeah.
And to
You
explain
never
why some people are there, and it's just like, this should be in the main story. This shouldn't just be in the main volumes, and chances are it's never going to get adapted into the anime.
Yeah, you never want like a major thing to be told to you in like an extra, something that you might not see. Kind of like fucking uh Unfade being given to us in like a volume extra instead of in the Undead Unluck series. It was just like, you know, that negator ability was never told to us until, you know, like the after the loop or whatever, and then we already knew at that point Unfade was his ability. So yeah, I hate when they do that, but this is fun because it's like this doesn't, you know, this isn't telling us anything relevant to the current, you know, story or plot or whatever. It's just a day in the life of Sojo. The day before he got Cloud Gouger, bro is fucking skipping on this last page like this. He's having a good time, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, he also cares about, you know, recycling. He's a good dude for real, man.
Nah, relax. Relax. Yeah.
Yeah, he respects Granny. He
No.
he pays, he buys his milk. He ain't just waltz in here and just like take the milk and fucking like say I'm using your fucking bath. He came
Don't
in
make
here.
me call them people, Yato. Don't make me open up an investigation, brother. This
Nah,
motherfucker is
man.
a serial murderer.
He got some qualities though, bruh.
Yeah, no, for sure.
He was a good character, and you know,
No,
happy
definitely.
to see him.
Yeah.
But but that's a day in the life of Genichi Sojo, his bathhouse quest. They call it a quest. That's funny. So yeah, I think I'm squeezed out for this chapter. What about you, Weep?
I'm all good.
Traffy, you got anything?
Nah, I'm good.
And Knox?
I'm also good.
All right, that's going to do it for Kagurabachi chapter 58.5, the bonus chapter. So that's going to wrap up episode 9 of the Shonen Pulse podcast. If you like what you heard today, you know, make sure to hit that like button, drop some comments below to let us know what you thought, and hit the subscribe button if you aren't already for some reason. Don't forget to share this with a friend who might be following some of the series that we cover, but, you know, probably hasn't heard of us yet. We appreciate all that and all the love that we've been getting on here and on Twitter and all that good stuff. Sorry the episode was late. I am going to be missing for the next episode or two. Just figured I'd put that out there. I think Weeb will be also. We'll update the, you know, the news on the Twitter, and you'll see it, you know, when you see the new episode who's missing. But that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.